Oh, did you just hurt yourself? Sorry, guys. My Steele's having trouble. I think we're on.
Guys, ow.
What?
I just hit my elbow like 2 seconds before he clicked start.
I mean, that sucks.
I'm feeling really vulnerable right now.
Well, Mariah has an interlude about that. Why? Oh, why? It's also Heartbreaker. Essentially. I love that Rainbow is mostly just like different versions of
Heartbreaker. It's like, this is the Heartbreaker album.
It is.
It's sort of like when a TV channel just becomes like one show on the TV channel becomes popular and it just becomes like that show's. It's like how like the N just became the Degrassi channel for a while.
It happens.
It's like how like Nickelodeon for like a while after we stopped watching like just became the SpongeBob SquarePants channel.
Absolutely, it did.
Yeah.
People are here. Hi, Christian, Tyler, Jeff, Jeanette,
James.
James Ola from OG Jamie. We love that.
Sure.
Tyler, let's go. We're happy. We're doing it. We're back again.
They said it wouldn't happen.
I know. So I'm so vulnerable.
They tried canceling our show, guys.
Maxwell knows about the vulnerability interlude. It's a classic one. I mean, in fairness to Rainbow, all 3 of the Heartbreaker versions on the album are excellent. All 3 of them.
What other songs on Rainbow are excellent? Besides, of course, the classic, the iconic, the best song ever written, Petals.
Crybaby is excellent. Can't Take That Away is excellent.
I also... Oh, Can't Take That Away is great.
Excellent.
I also like... Oh, what's on that album?
I mean, I'm going through the track list. Bliss is good.
Rainbow.
After Tonight, lovely.
I mean, nothing tops Petals. I'm sorry. Petals is king.
Ty, you know how I feel about How Much. Don't bring up How Much.
You know what? Ex-girlfriend is dated but fun.
Ex-girlfriend is dated but fun.
Yes.
But
and I like Did I Do That? I like Did I Do That?
It's grown on me. The lyrics are great, but the sample is just a lot.
And of course, the number 1 hit. Thank God I Found You.
That was released. And it did hit number 1.
It's not a bad song.
I was just listening to Mariah's Greatest Hits the other day. Petals is too personal for me to listen to over and over. It's very tough. And
guys, I'm telling any of you out there who is like a musician or something, if you put a timpani in your song, I will love it.
Juan's birthday was Thursday. Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, Juan.
That's so exciting.
Oh, I have to show some skin for Juan.
I mean, you can if you want. We're going to keep this PG.
I'm going to have a little cleavage showing right here for
Maxwell
Juan.
said, Did I Do That is horrid.
Listen, Maxwell, Did I Do That is very fun.
I wouldn't say horrid, but the sample, like the lyrics are great. I think the instrumentation is the problem. The melody is good. It is Stripe Sunday. Welcome. Did I Do That? I heard is not well liked. I don't get why I like that song. So I listened to Lana Del Rey's latest album. It's excellent. That's great. I'm glad you like it. Montana is here. Hi, Montana. Jeff is
what
here.
time is it? Montana's in Australia, y'all.
I think it's afternoon for her.
Oh, is it?
I think. I don't know when times are, but I feel like we've been late at night on things with Montana.
I want to say, I know that when it's 5 a.m. our time, it's midnight for Australia.
Oh.
Because I remember when the year 2000 struck, people were like, it's already the new millennium in Australia at 5 a.m. So do that math. How many numbers ahead is that?
I mean, it looks like it's 19, right?
Sure.
Okay.
That was good.
11:30 a.m. Well, Gabrielle's in Australia as well.
Oh my God, Gabrielle.
Hello. Juan, if you email us a selfie, make it PG. You are more than welcome, but we're very happy that you're doing. I like how much I like Usher. I like Usher too. Hey, happy celebrate my birthday with fun Sunday evening with my favorite gay Mats. Oh my gosh, is it your birthday as well? Is it everyone's birthday?
It's my friend Eileen's birthday.
We're a lot of April babies.
It's my friend Dan's birthday.
Oh, not Pastor Dan.
No, my friend Dan, who is unfortunately no longer with us.
Oh.
Who unfortunately passed away.
Oh, well,
this goes out to Dan. We love Dan.
We love Dan.
Yeah.
Yes. My favorites on Lana's album are Fingertips, definitely. I've already given you the answer, guys. Yeah, 11:30. The most successful song off that album, other than Heartbreaker, Thank God I Found You, is my least favorite. I wouldn't say it's my least favorite, but it's her worst number 1.
Sure. I'm trying to think if there's a number 1 that I'm like, ooh, no. But it's a good song. It's a perfectly
it's a fine
lovely song.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It was only number 1 for 1 week, right?
Yeah, it was short.
It's perfectly
short. It was
perfectly
number
acceptable.
1 for the right length.
Yeah.
Taurus Baby, Happy Aries Season. Grace said something.
That is funny, Grace.
I wasn't going to respond. It was not my situation.
Dan would have laughed.
I'm sure Dan is laughing right
Dan
now.
had like the best sense of humor out of anyone I know. So Dan would have laughed.
Was Dan a high school friend?
Middle school and high school. One of my best friends, like all throughout middle school and high school.
I remember you talking about him. Jacob Spees, I listened to the 2 singles from Jessie Ware's new album, and now I'm excited to hear the whole thing. Well, great, because we're planning on doing a whole thing reaction.
Yeah.
So that'll be something. Palmer, you've gone too far. No. What? What did I do? About how much? What did I do?
What did he do? Why are we canceling Matt Palmer?
I think, Michael, did y'all listen to Melanie Martinez? No.
Listen to all the Melanie Martinez stands out there, to all the crybabies, which apparently you're called.
That's what they are.
Which apparently that's supposedly what the fan base is called. You can join our Patreon and request a Melanie Martinez reaction/review.
And if you want a public review, you can email us at 2gaymats@gmail.com and we'll send you our rates. Up to you. Heartbreaker is the best #1 of her whole discography. Oh, so, sweetie, I was saying Thank God I Found You is the worst #1. That's true. That's like a objective.
I wouldn't disagree with that.
We love Heartbreaker.
Yeah. I can listen to you fully now. Needed to finish listening to the Fugues song "Killing Me Soft." Fugees song.
Yeah. I mean, it is a great song. Can we acknowledge that Thank God I Found You and My All were #1 for the same amount of time? That's too upsetting.
That's devastating.
For us
My All is one of
My All is in the conversation for her best single.
I think there is an argument that it's her best song. Yes, there's an argument for that. If you're a Mariah fan and My All is not in your top 10 Mariah songs ever, I think I have questions for you.
I would have questions.
Yes.
I mean, it depends on what the rest of the top... If it's like literally all the other Butterfly tracks, then maybe we get it. What about 5 Seconds of Summer? What about them? Well, hope they're well. Australia. You can request it after emails I can't send forward. I added the forward to your request, Montana, so we will be listening to the deluxe edition. I'm sure those tracks are short because that's what, Ariana would do.
That's what the kids are doing.
That's what the kids are doing. My All is my favorite song of hers, period. It's one of those, my favorite songs from the 90s, absolutely.
Steele, I just emailed y'all my selfie. Oh, no. Oh, don't show anyone.
He promises it's PG.
Oh, no.
So wait, is this like are you saying Steele because he is single and is this a flirtation moment?
Oh, my God.
Not in my top 10. JK Saturday was April
Oh,
Fool's.
look at Juan. You're so cute.
Oh, he's a cutie.
You are adorable.
What a sweet little face that says such things sometimes here.
Oh, Juan, you have curly hair like me.
Not the Ariana comparison. I mean, guys, if we're all going with the fact that Nonsense is her big breakout single, the Ariana comparisons are coming.
What is Nonsense?
Nonsense is the Sabrina Carpenter single that's done the best of all her singles that's out now that literally sounds like an Ariana Grande song. I'm sorry if that's upsetting to Montana and the other little Carpenters.
That's not an upsetting thing.
No,
an
it's
Ariana
not.
Grande song is good.
It is good. But
like, I feel like it's more of a compliment than if you were like to be like, oh, this sounds like a I don't know, like a Rob Zombie song.
Exactly. No, it's in keeping, and I feel like, I mean, once we listen to that album, you will be like, there's no denying.
Okay.
Have you listened to Chloe's debut solo album? Yes, I have, and I'll be talking a bit about it.
Okay.
I'm officially 25.
25.
Find
so
me
young. 25.
Is that from
the Demi song?
Oh,
but
yes.
hers is 29.
Yeah,
but we can say it for 25.
We can change it.
It's the same vowel sound.
LOL, just wait till they hear Feather. Is that more Ari? But it's such a good song. I like Feather more than Nonsense now. Nonsense is literally literally nonsense. I mean, it's a fun song. And I want the little Carpenters not to come for us when we talk about it. But you know what? I mean, I assume Ruben has seen our review of The Innocence Mission, and he did not unsubscribe from Patreon. So
in fact, immediately after, he sent us another request.
Exactly. So it's like, you know what? I'll take it.
He was like, okay, here's this one.
I've listened to it in pieces. It's okay. It's not great, but it's not horrible. The
Innocence Mission?
No, this is the Chloe album.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And I think I agree with you. I'll talk about it a bit more. They feel like people have jumped off the Chloe train too quickly just because this era did not go the way we all planned. And I'm still here for Chloe, and I'm excited about what she does next with her sister or without.
Guys, the great thing about art is that you can keep on making more until you finally hit gold. So,
Maxwell, you're losing. That's funny. If y'all would like rated R version, just say the word and I'll press send no one. This is good. The email inbox is just like the chat here. We have to keep it PG.
Keep it PG, Juan.
Keep it PG, Juan. I'm still reading for her. Chloe, great. It was camp. Okay, we love camp.
Camp, how shall I see you through my tears? Please tell me.
Is that from the in a
the movie
Kendrick
Camp.
movie.
Yeah. Have we ever watched Camp together?
We have not.
Wow.
I've never watched it. I remember when I was.
You've never seen Camp?
I've not.
Oh, baby girl.
I remember hearing a lot about that.
We got to have a Camp viewing party.
All right. Before or after the Divas viewing party, girl, because we are actually having a Two Gay Mats anniversary show. I think it'll probably be April 23rd because that was the day we uploaded our first video on YouTube, and that is also going to be a Sunday. So before the
No, it's a Thursday.
This year is it Sunday?
Oh, Thursday.
I'm sorry. I'm 2020. This year it's a Thursday.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe from 10 years ago it was a Thursday. This year it's a Sunday. So I'm thinking if there's a way you can ask for that day off on Sunday, then maybe we could be earlier and like do a longer stream where we do some cool, fun things with the people.
Okay.
To celebrate our 10-year anniversary, which is wild.
Guys, y'all don't even know. I'm like, every time I edit a new video and I like add a number like 2 Gay Mats episode, whatever, we are close to 500.
I mean, and we're close to 200 podcasts.
That's weird. That's crazy.
It's crazy. And it's like, it's not like we've been doing the live podcast that long. Like that's just been about a year. Not in person. No, it'll be a live YouTube stream like this is, but it'll just be longer. We'll probably be reacting to things. We'll be watching some fan sent in videos that talking about enjoying us. And hope maybe we'll watch some old 2 Gay Mats videos, and it'll just be a fun celebratory moment.
Yeah, and we'll talk about like the trials and mishaps.
The tribulations.
We'll like go through all the old videos, and I'll be like, I remember what happened when I edited this. I'll show y'all which were the worst ones to edit.
I mean, I assume that the cover ones are not fun. That like most iconic album cover one, is that fun to do?
That was a perfectly fun. That just took a while
because
like there were just a lot of graphics, but it's not because it was like things were blocked and then things had to get disputed.
Right.
And, like the first like stressful video that I had to edit was what your favorite diva says about you.
Oh, why?
Just because it was my first time using like pictures and stuff like that, and I didn't know that you had to like render everything after. Because I think this was before like Final Cut Pro would automatically render.
Right.
And you would have to like consciously do it. And so I would keep like exporting the video, and for some reason the images wouldn't pop up because they weren't being rendered. And like days it took me. And I was just like, why aren't these images showing up? And I eventually figured it out.
So long ago.
Oh, 10 years ago. Yeah.
That's the thing is like I'm weirdly less worried about like my birthday, and it's like, oh, I'm turning an age, and it's like, whatever. This is like, we've been doing this for 10 years.
I know.
But I mean, it's good. We have fun here. Look at all our friends.
Look at all of us.
Chloe lost all momentum from me. I have zero desire to play her album, especially after the abysmal reviews. It's not an abysmal album. I've asked for that day off, guys. Oh, yay.
Oh, my God.
Palmer not recognizing any of the songs, steal a song. Maybe the next one I will. You like and appreciate her music, art, or not, but you cannot deny she's one of the top best vocalists of her generation. Are we talking about Mariah Carey? Because yes, I don't know who we're talking about, but I assume Mariah Carey. And Anthony, I'm right there with you. I remember the first podcast, Montana. I remember putting up a poll on the Patreon, should we start a podcast?
Yeah.
Which is funny.
Oh, God, what did we talk about on our first podcast? I remember like the first News for Idiots story was just Big Little Lies season 2 beginning.
Yes, I remember that. All I remember is the first one was called Don't Just Say It Was Fine. Because it was the first time where I was going to be like, how was your week? And I knew you were just going to be like, fine.
Yeah.
Like, well, guys, babe.
It was fine. Sorry.
Well, but now look at you. You can answer that question with aplomb.
Can I? Is it really aplomb?
I'm giving you a lot, but I think it's kind because it's our anniversary coming up. Are you going to Pride? We'll talk about it. Hi, Black Cover Boy.
Hello,
welcome.
Black Cover Boy.
I've known you guys for 8 years. Oh, such a long time. I'm so glad. That's the thing is we've met so many wonderful people. It'll be a behind the music for 2 Gay Mats. Absolutely. That is the vibe of
it really will.
Whatever. The thing is, who knows how long the behind the music will be. It might be a couple hours. So
we'll be like, oh, this is the first video where we had lighting. Oh. This is the first video where we had sound. Oh, this is the first video.
Sometimes I listen to those old ones where we don't have the sound.
And
right?
it's
and I'm like,
so
guys,
tinny and
how did you listen to this?
Insane.
The second podcast was the Cats Talk. Woo! Oh, Lord.
Was it?
I can't believe that.
Oh, that was such a great day.
I started watching it all in high school. Yes, I've heard people being like, oh my God, I've grown up on 2 Gay Mats.
It's like, and they're like, now I'm married with children.
No,
it's like,
not that. But like, I'm an adult. I'm out of college. Who would y'all love to see a surprise album from this year? Mariah. I mean, Kelly's isn't a surprise, but I'm excited that it's coming.
Act 2 of Renaissance. Whatever that is.
Isn't it too soon for us to talk about Beyonce?
I think it's weird that people have stopped talking about the fact that like there is going to be an Act 2
because I think the visuals are more needed because you feel like you're getting half the story with just the songs. I know in the back of my mind we're getting 2 more acts, but I can't even fathom what the songs are going to be, so I'm not feeling like I'm missing something.
How do you know it's 2 more acts?
Because she says it. She says it's a trilogy. She said it was a trilogy.
Oh, I forgot all about that. This is how long ago it was since we've heard from you, Beyonce.
Oh my God, it's going to be 6 years for me this year. I'll never forget Palmer's lifeguard shirt. Yes, that was the Look What You Made Me Do video. And that was a lifeguard shirt that I think we bought to be in the Get Lost visual EP.
Oh, that's the shirt that you find in the dumpster.
I do. After I give it to...
Ooh, that transition.
I fucked that transition up. I did such a great job.
Oh my God.
Sometimes I'm like, my editing, I don't like to edit. I like to just throw things up as is, but I edited the shit of that.
Oh, I mean, just the shot of... We're talking about his visual EP, by the way.
Get Lost, it's available now.
You can search for the video of Inevitably online. And at the end of the video, there is a tag that transitions into the next song.
Right.
And it's him finding that shirt and just the shot of him watching TV with Max Emerson in the dark just going...
I was like, I saw the shot. I was like, we got to use that.
Oh, and it's 2 seconds long. And I was just like, that shot. And you're just like, I know. And I'm like, that's the best acting ever. Oscar.
Where's my Oscar?
Oh, because it's just like, I know that look. I know that look in his eye.
I've had that look in real life.
Yes.
We're in the Renaissance era, so it's still hard to think of the next one. It's true. I lost all interest in those Beyonce visuals. I mean, I will love them, I'm sure, but I don't care anymore. Keep those visuals, sis. That's kind. I hope to get there. I'm at the point of I care, but I won't believe them until they're in front of me. Like I've heard other dates floating about that I'm just like not engaging with because it's just like, oh, I can't do that again. Austin came here through the Beyonce self-titled reaction. That was, we're kind of previewing what the live stream's going to be or whatever, but that was the first one that like went viral on Twitter in a way that I was uncomfortable with.
Oh, you were so nervous.
Like, it was happening so quickly. I think Crystal from The Read tweeted it out.
Yeah.
And we were just getting so many notifications and I was like, I can't look at my phone.
Oh, and you weren't just like, I can't look at my phone. You were like, I can't be awake anymore. I need to go to bed. And I was like, no, now's the time to be awake.
For some reason, like Twitter virality I find much scarier than like the TikToks of it all, because we're never on TikTok. So when I turn it on, it just says 99 plus. I'm like, great.
I don't read those comments. I'm just like,
and then like the YouTube videos, like they don't go viral in the same way. You can like go away from like the phone. It just felt like the phone was going to explode. And I was like, I don't need that.
Well, the thing is, like, it's like I don't know how things go viral on Twitter anymore. I don't know how people, because the thing is, I feel like everyone is just like, oh yeah, it's impossible to get Twitter followers now,
right?
Like because no one is following anyone.
Yeah, I know. It's like you can have a hit tweet or whatever, but like that doesn't lead to anyone following.
But it's like follow me, and they just don't. People just don't do it.
Steele, so you say you like a curly hair. I think that's Juan about his picture.
Oh, the girl curly hair looks great.
Cute. Guys, I saved enough money for 3 Taylor Swift concerts at this point. Okay, well, when she announces that those Australian dates, you got to go to as many as you can. It would have been kind of iconic to release them yesterday because no one would have believed it at first because of April Fools. Yeah. I found y'all because of Beyonce's self-titled. Palmer's saying, "Is this a mistake? I don't care. I'm downloading it." The pure joy of that video. My
favorite part of that video is when I'm just like, what's the album called? What's the album called? And you just scream with all of your might, it's called Beyonce!
It's a video that people very much like, and I guess I like it in some way, but there's no way to watch that like without me looking through my finger. It's just like I
love it. It's
unhinged.
just that's why it's so. I literally sometimes I think I watch it like every 2 or 3 months, and I'm just like,
what Juan just said.
Juan, what did you say? Where are you? I have some more.
Okay. But yes, I get that it's joyful for people. It's just a little embarrassing. And it's like the way you feel about how much I love the like when we get pulled over video.
Oh God.
That shit is funny. That shit is so.
Oh my God.
Because it recreates the moment exactly how it was.
Yeah.
And like I realize you find it embarrassing. That's how I feel about the Beyonce video. Like it's just like this isn't.
But your moment was like filled with such joy as well. But it was an excitement.
But it was unhinged. It was like off the deep end.
Sure.
And yours is just a sweet, like naive look at the world. It's sweet. It's Christmas. There's a radio freeze. Everyone, if you haven't watched...
There's a radio freeze. I realize that she's breaking all the rules. I like rules. I like structure. I like debuting with a promo band. I like debuting at number 1.
And like, what an idiot I sounded like. Because the next week, of course, she sold 1 million copies and went to number 1. So like, what the fuck did I know? And I was like, that's the thing. We both were wrong and sounded a little silly in the videos we both like of each other. Yeah. So it's fine.
Yeah.
I was in middle school and my parents caught me listening to Rocket. That's funny. You mostly have to be hot and naked as possible to get Twitter followers now.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. Oh, God, the naked Twitter. And it's just like, and they always pop up on my timeline. And I'm like, I'm not following you.
I know.
Because I see the things that people I do follow
and
like.
There are now 2 tabs. There's like the following or like interested in or
interested in. The thing is, I still look at the interested in like for movie stuff, for like film Twitter stuff.
You're going to see some, every time I go into that interested in, it's like a naked gay man.
Like, and like they're always in the pointiest of underwear. Like, and it's just like, God, get off of my timeline.
I mean, it depends on the person. Sometimes I click.
So I'm like, oh, let's expand this.
Let's just see what this looks like. But then there's some that I'm just like, okay, guys.
Yeah.
Like,
please.
Enough.
Oh, God. Anytime a guy is just like, the lighting was great.
And
what can you say?
Like
it's just like, it's just normal lighting.
It's just you just have a hot face. Like, what do you want?
Yeah.
What do you want? It's such a moment in time. I wish I had recorded that moment at my apartment with my best friend. What a memory. It is nice to have a memory like that. That's true. I found y'all through a Mariah Carey a cappella reaction. Oh, I love that. Now I have to run and watch the self-titled video back. I subbed right then and there. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I miss the era of like Twitter celebrities who just tweeted funny things. That was a time.
Yeah.
And people were getting fucking TV deals off of Twitter.
Yeah.
Remember like shit my dad says?
Yeah.
So different.
Oh, shit everybody says.
I
that
know.
was such a huge thing in like 2012, 2013.
Yes.
I helped my friend Lauren make a shit speech team kids say.
How did the video do?
Amazing.
Amazing. I love it.
Yeah. It was, there was a shit everyone said. Like that was such a huge trend.
I'm partial to the name that tune with the glass clinking. I mean, that is, we could do that again.
We could do that again. Yeah.
Again. I like the bracket stuff. It was Austin, our buddy here, who suggested we do brackets for things. I thought that Kelly Clarkson video was very cute, except the audio is a mess because I'm too quiet and you're so loud.
And I'm so loud. Oh, when I was editing it, I had to, every time I talked and you weren't talking, like I had to I lowered the volume.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like it took a little while to edit because like I was lowering the volume for my thing.
It's also one of those things where it's like, no one cares.
No one cares. But like, I can't have someone commenting being like, why is Steele so goddamn loud?
Whatever.
Shut him up.
They see the mic. There was a mic issue. And you got the other mic? I mailed it.
I did. I got it.
Great.
But all the time also you would hear just like, and I'm just like, oh God.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
That's what I think I found y'all through the reviews of the NBC Live musicals, which was also a moment in time.
It was.
There will be more brackets. Because another secret good thing about the brackets, when we don't play music in the videos, we're allowed to make money from them.
Yes.
So we've made like $12 from that
$12,
one,
baby. What are you going to do with that? $6? I'm buying a boba with that.
I'll probably buy more mics that I break.
Sure.
Those live mics aren't terribly expensive, but your Twitter timeline is very different than mine. You must not be a gay man. LOL. More brackets. Okay, great. I'm glad we're doing more because more brackets. I'm trying to think of other like good non-musical things for us to be doing.
Yeah.
If you have other 2 Gay Matt's video ideas, just put them in the chat.
I know. Yeah.
And we'll shout you out. I shouted out Austin. I gave us Instagram.
Yeah, because honestly, like the editing that Girl Scout cookie review, I had such a blast. I was like, God, we're funny. I was like, it's been so long since we've just talked about something that's just regular.
I know, just random. I do love when I'm watching even a video of ours, I'm like, I love them. It's like, bitch, it's you. I found y'all when the Kelsey Theater Drowsy Chaperone cast was all watching Steele lip sync to Dreamgirls.
Really? They were?
I love it.
Oh, tell them thank you. I didn't know that was a thing.
I feel like that Mariah Carey acapella lip sync is like the justice for my lip syncing abilities because everyone's like, oh, Matt Steele did so great. Matt Steele did so great. And I was like, what about me? What about me? But if you watch that Mariah video, I'm killing.
There's skill right there.
There's skill. Yeah. Broadway brackets, please. We can do it.
Ooh, yeah, Broadway brackets.
You'll have to. But the thing is, like, are you going to just come up with one and then you choose all the winners?
Sure, I'll do that.
Is that fun? Why am I there?
Well,
you know what that could be? One of your personal
podcasts. Yeah.
We'll talk about it on the thing, but can you have Palmer react to bug juice, man?
Oh God, I would love a bug juice reaction from Matt Palmer. That's a show I feel like you would enjoy it. I feel like you would be like, this is fun, especially because you said in the last or previous podcast like that you love camp.
I love camp.
Yeah.
LOL, I need a trivia video. That would like, are you smarter than fifth grader style? We can only do one geography question though, because that is so clearly your wheelhouse and not mine. And I can't be like looking like an idiot for the full thing.
We did a trivia video between like who knew their number one better, like a Mariah Carey versus Carol Channing trivia.
I remember getting some things right on that I was like, how long was Fantasy number one for? I was like 8 weeks. You're like, right. It was like phew.
I made it hard for you. Yeah,
You
like
did.
I was like, give me all the number of weeks for each of her number ones, like how many weeks it was number one. And you were like, this is so hard. It's not fair. And I was like, well, baby, life's not fair. And you did a fine job.
I did okay. I have no clue how I found you guys. I was subscribed for the longest, but was blown away when I found out one of you was in the Dahmer series. Great performance by all. Yeah.
Thank you.
I still think you should debate the best of work songs of divas like we did with Taylor in the Discord and then make a video of the results. I mean, that would be fun.
Yeah.
According to my YouTube video, the first video I watched of you was in 2021. It was the reaction to Olivia Rodrigo's Good For You. Oh, yeah.
How can you check that?
That was so recent. Yeah, I don't know.
Like, how do you check like, oh, what's the first video I watched of this person?
I guess if you never clear your YouTube history, you could just like go and see, what has been watched and look up 2K Mats. Oh, you know, Legally Blonde, Last 5 Years, Fun Home, etc. That be. That's true. And I truly, as of right now, my album of the year is Kimberly Akimbo.
I still need to listen to it.
Cannot stop listening to
God.
it. It is brilliant. It is heartbreaking. It is lovely. It is. I cannot say enough good things. Every time I'm on this podcast, know that I've listened to that cast recording 9 times in between, and I've loved it even more.
Oh, I'm so happy for you.
And of course, I was walking around crying this morning.
That's literally my life, is walking around crying to a cast recording.
I mean, I found you guys through the All Too Well Taylor Swift 10-minute version. I've been fans ever since. Oh, that's nice. The LSU women's team just won the NCAA National Championship today, and one of the girls used to star in the rap game. Did anyone watch that show with Jermaine Dupri? I didn't watch that show, but good for them. I feel like we're talking about, well, not we, but like the world is talking about the male NCAA championship, the March Madness of it all. And let's give the ladies a shout out.
Give the ladies a shout out. Best, worst songs by newer artists or updates. Now that there's more music.
Oh, that's how I discovered you. Okay. I'd love more Janet videos. Yes, we'd love more Janet videos. There's some patron-only Janet videos.
Best actress bracket. Okay, you need to watch all the winners.
Oh, Lord.
I also love the Pepsi video. Oh, that's because you requested it, Bob.
You did request it. It was a good one.
In YouTube history, search up 2Gay Mats and it'll show all the videos when you watch them. Oh,
I've tried listening to Kimberly Akimbo, but I need visuals. Jeff, do you ever listen to a cast recording without a visual? Your Carol Mariah trivia video is one of my favorites when Steele brought out his Carol doll. I mean, it also would be fun to do. We haven't done a like bad comments video in a while, even though we don't get as many bad comments as we used to.
We really don't.
We get some, but not as much.
Most of the bad comments we get now are on the shorts.
Oh yeah,
because I feel like a lot of people who
it's like straight people who are like, who are these gays?
We remember the Roomie Wed game?
Those were fun. We should
Those
do that.
were fun.
Do that.
Yeah,
we should do that again. I want y'all to do a best friend trivia about each other. I was thinking maybe we could do something like that on the April 23rd 10th anniversary thing. That could be fun, but something that we can make kind of interactive so people can also put their answers while we're going through it.
Have you reviewed every Taylor album released so far besides debut? I'm thinking of my next request.
No.
We haven't reviewed Fearless.
No, we have not reviewed Fearless. Yeah. But spoiler, it's perfect.
Speak Now was a patron-only video.
Oh, you have a much better memory about what we've done and have not done.
Oh, I remember everything.
Have we done Red?
No, we didn't do Red. I remember one time we did a Fuck, Marry, Kill.
That's a fun
YouTube video, and then you were supposed to edit it, and then weeks went by, and I was just like, I guess he's not going to edit that one, and so then like 2 months later, you were like, how about we do a Fuck, Marry, Kill video? And I was just like, okay, and we sat down and we started recording, and I was like, oh yeah, well we already did one of these videos, but Matt Palmer like just didn't edit the first, and he was like, what? And I was like, we literally recorded this very thing.
Whenever we do a video and or a podcast, I forget everything as soon as we're done.
I remember it all. And that is why my life is full of torment. And
did either of
the voices in my head just never shut up.
Did either of the Fuck, Marry, Kill videos go up on
Yes,
YouTube?
the final one. Okay. It was either the Fuck, Marry, Kill one or a Never Have I Ever. Like one of those two.
Okay. Either one I would do again. Re-release the problem reaction? No. We can put it up on Patreon.
Oh, yeah.
We'll put it up on Patreon, but I was being a bitch. You should review the Fuse Few Now album track by track. Oh, that's funny. I finally saw Everything Everywhere All at Once, and the wrong supporting actress won. Oh, I have a little bit to talk about that. Babylon Review, Michael. Whose side are you on?
I mean, you can request it.
Okay, also, don't listen to Matt Steele when he asks you to patron request things, because that's not fair either.
Why not?
I just put fucking Carousel 1993 cast recording on the list, and I was like, yeah, because Matt Steele was like, anybody want to request this? It's like, boo.
And Adam Parnell came through, and he's like, I'd like to request it.
Oh my gosh. One of my favorite Patreon only videos is the Caroline or Change video because Steele is so happy and Palmer's just like, okay.
I was thrilled when Matt Palmer finally said, it's great.
And I was like, it's great. It is great. Yeah, we have a reaction to Ariana Grande's Problem video. This is before we got on the Ariana train, and I was having trouble with her Mariah references in the video and in her previous album. I don't need to hear your review of Stay, Stay, Stay. I mean, hello.
Oh, I'll tell you how I feel about Stay, Stay, Stay. Is it just me or is Steele looking extra delicious tonight? Not sure if it's the tight shirt or what, but I'm ready. Ready for what, Juan?
And also, just FYI for future hitting on Matt Steele purposes, he doesn't like to be compared to foods or tastes.
The word delicious is not it
work.
For me personally, Juan. You can say is looking extra good.
Well, listen to me. Someone requests Preacher's Daughter again. God, I'm honestly worried about that reaction at this point because I'm like, are we just going to listen to it and be like, this fucking sucks? And you guys have been
is it something that's like so insanely bad and you're just trolling us?
No, I think it's supposed to be good. I'm worried it's going to be like folklore, but I think it's going to be, I know it's going to be like slow and introspective. I just hope it's not too like echoey and cacophonous.
Oh,
that's not her name. Her name is E.
Oh, I guess we can't say the E word.
We can't say the E word.
It's the E word in here now.
And it's not Evermore. I just became a monthly patron. Can I get my Danity Kane album reviewed? Well, you have to write on the community tab of the Patreon or send us an email, and also make sure you're at the right tier, or I'll have to email you back and be like, you're not on the right tier.
And it's going to be a little bit.
It's going to be a while, yeah. Next patron request, Violet the Musical. I think you'll like it.
Oh, Violet.
Wait, what is that?
Oh, it's Janine Tesori off-Broadway musical Violet, 1997.
I think me and Janine are like that.
Yes, because she's incredible.
I love her.
Yes, you should know you love her.
What other things has she done? Fun Home, Kimberly Kimbo.
Caroline or Change.
Violet.
She did Shrek. She did what else did she did the extra music in Thoroughly Modern Millie. Janine Tesori's amazing.
Wow. I love it. Okay, let's get started. We've been chatting for so long.
Violet, I feel like you might like Violet.
I bet I will.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully I'll listen to it as much as I listen to Kimberly Kimbo.
I mean, On My Way is just a classic piece of music. Like a classic, brilliant song. Brilliant song.
Okay, we're going to start recording. Okay. Hi. How are we? We're back again.
Oh, God, again?
And it's a whole new month.
Happy
April, my birthday month. So I can be a complete fucking monster between now until April 30th. Aren't you excited?
Oh, well, if you're going to do that, then get ready for June, baby, because I will give it back to you tenfold.
I feel like you are more specifically like, I only celebrate my birthday on my birthday.
Absolutely.
In which, if anyone wants to celebrate me between now and like May 30th, I'm open.
No, because I'm very detail oriented.
It's true.
And so I don't like people just to celebrate random vagueness about me. I love for them to be like, Matt Steele, you were born June 19th. And I'm like, yes, thank you for noticing and caring to get that detail.
I just think it's brazen to be like, I will not be celebrating over the weekend. And this is the day. It's a Wednesday. If you need to go all the way across town to see me, you will do it. See you then.
Well, guess what? Now it's a national holiday and a lot of people have
that
off.
Is true.
So all of you listening have no excuse. I want you all at my birthday party.
That national holiday has more to do with me than you, but we can go on.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Also, sometimes it's Father's Day, and I'm also a daddy. So maybe it has more to do with me.
I think the men that are into you are not thinking of you as a daddy. But you know what? I don't know. I don't know that life. So if you're into Matt Steele and you consider him a daddy, more power to you. Okay, I think I got the ad to work again.
Oh, yes, the ad.
This episode of Two Gay Mats is brought to you by Skillshare. We all know I love nothing more than a day job where I can close my computer right at 6 p.m. and focus on my passion projects like Two Gay Mats and Matt Palmer Music. The good part's available now. Ever since we started doing things like live streams and actually posting to TikTok, I've wanted to sharpen my skills in those areas, and Skillshare is the best place to do just that. With Skillshare, I'm excited to learn more about film and video, about Photoshop, about marketing, which I am famously terrible at. And I'm excited to learn from creators and professionals who are actually masters of it. So if you're one of the first 1,000 people to click the link in the episode description, you can sign up for Skillshare and get your first month completely free. So why wait? Click the link in the episode description and sign up for Skillshare. So it'll be louder now.
I love how y'all stand Skillshare so hard when that ad pops up.
But yes, Jeff is right. Stream good parts, stream Devos. Stream it all, darling.
Stream it all.
Do you want to start? Do you want me to start?
You start.
No, you start.
No, baby, you.
I feel like I've been starting everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Two Gay Mats, the podcast. It is Matt Steele.
And it's Matt Palmer.
And we, as you said, are into your birthday month.
I can't believe it.
April,
indeed. They say that there are April showers that bring May flowers, but we LA folks, I feel like have had enough rain for the whole fucking year. Like, and I realize there are people that are listening to this that aren't in LA that are like, you are a whiny little bitch. And maybe you're right, but I'm done. I don't need any more rain. I just took the cover off of our outdoor furniture, and I want to keep that cover off. If I have to recover those fucking table and chairs again this fucking month, I'm gonna blow a gasket.
Well, girl, that's what you get for being an adult and owning adult things.
I mean, I do love, but I love sitting out there. Even though I sit out there more in theory than I do in practice. Like, I'm always looking out and being like, oh, it'll be nice to sit out there. I'm always inside.
Yeah, exactly.
So Matt Steele.
Yes.
How was your week?
My week was good.
Yeah.
You know, I worked a little. I did a little bit of like extra work for like the Two Gay Mats thing. Like I'm trying to create like a pitch deck for us so we can like send it off to people to be like, hey, don't you want to like be our like representation?
Yes.
Like, you know, stuff like that. And also I hung out with our good friend Ryan.
How is Ryan?
Director of Devos, the movie available now, and director of all of Matt Palmer's music videos.
Not all, but many.
Many. And so it was great. We saw another comedy show.
Oh, what
at
show?
UCB.
What show did you see?
It was just a random, like, there were a bunch of, like, stand-up people in it, and it was really good. It was really fun. And I was like, wow, I never thought I would be at UCB 2 nights in a week.
I was going to say, it's like you're a UCB regular.
I really am.
How is he doing?
Oh, Ryan's great. He's wonderful. He's, you know, keeping me abreast, you know, about his kids and everything.
Yeah.
So we stand Ryan.
We do. And I need to send him Broken Hearts Club, actually. See if he has any ideas.
Okay.
So that's a good reminder to myself. Any other big things happen to you this week?
No, God. No. Oh, God, I'm a loser.
Well,
go
it happens. You know, so this past weekend has been good and kind of busy for me. Friday less so. I just stayed in with Jackson and we played a little bit more of Zelda, which we've been playing the old Zelda. Ooh, I forget the name of it, but it's an old one that got ported over from a Game Boy, and we're like most of the way through it. We're collecting instruments. When you beat a dungeon, you get a new instrument after every one, and I'm like loving all those instruments.
Okay.
And then Saturday we were celebrating a friend's birthday and went and had a steak dinner there with them to celebrate them. And then today we actually went back to his old high school because it hadn't been a long time and wanted to show me the high school. Aww. And also he wanted us to go see. They had a musical that was playing, and so I saw high school kids performing Something Rotten at like 2 p.m. today, and I was like, wow. And I was just like, oh, I remember being in high school and being in musicals and being so angry about the parts that I didn't get. But I gotta tell you, he went to an all-boys high school, and they had to, like, obviously for the lady roles go to other high schools in the area. I assume if you are like going to be a girl performing at boys high school, you probably are very good at what you do. And like, there were these 2 girls, both of whom were sophomores, that were singing their fucking faces off. And I was like, who is that? I was like, can I email one of these girls high definition? Because it's like, I have a song for you. If you'd like to be a pop star young lady because you have the chops for it, I have a song for you.
Girl, do it. Let's go. Because that song is a classic and iconic in every single way.
And she was the character of Bee. Do you remember Bee have you seen Something Rotten?
I've never seen Something Rotten.
Oh, it's cute. It's cute. And she had a lot of great moments and just like, what a vocalist.
Okay. Well, guys, if you are like Matt Palmer and had a horrible time in their high school musical experience, then you should stream Devos, my movie available now.
Yes.
All about being angry and in your high school musical.
Exactly. When you've been wronged by High School Musical theater, Devos is the bomb, I feel.
I've never really been wronged by high school theater.
I know, but that's why you made the movie for those of us that were wrong.
I made it for all of you.
Exactly.
I'm so selfless.
Oh my gosh, Mother Teresa. Also, speaking of Patreon and other things, this week was the end of March Madness, as was the end of March itself. And so we had a poll going on our Patreon where we had all voted on like a top 8 great albums that we had to choose one to represent all of us, and the results are in.
Yeah, guys, this was hard coming up with these 8 nominees because it had to be an album that we all agreed was good.
Exactly. And so whenever an album was mentioned in the Discord that someone was like, I don't think that's good enough to be on the list, it got noped right out of the opportunity.
And guys, truly incredible, iconic albums were noped by certain people who shall remain nameless.
Absolutely. So just so we all know, the 5 that did not get enough votes to be in the top 3: The Emancipation of Mimi, Mariah Carey, Parade, original Broadway cast recording, Jagged Little Pill, The Velvet Rope, and The Fame Monster. Fame Monster was close, very close. I think it was number 4 in the ranking. Number 3 was Taylor Swift, Speak Now, which if we had not had like ordered ranking like that, if everyone just had to pick their favorite, it would have won.
Oh, did it get the first initial like number 1 votes?
It did.
Wow.
It did.
Ranked choice voting is a wild ride, guys.
Exactly. So that was close. Number 2 in the ranked choice voting at the end of the rounds, Body Talk by Robin.
Yes.
Which when it came up, and I feel like it didn't come up until very late in the game, I was like, this is a dark horse. Like, this is something that really could beat a lot of our nominees. And it was just like, I don't know what's going to beat this. And so I'm not surprised that it got number 2 because it's just such an excellent album and has such mass appeal. You know what I mean? And then the winner, after all 6 of the round, Lemonade by Beyonce.
I mean,
it's being mentioned in the chat right now, but there was a moment near the end of voting where it seemed like there were some people double voting. I won't name any names, but they know who they are. But all of a sudden, the day before this poll has wrapped up, we're getting 1 million votes for Robin, 1 million votes for Body Talk. And so luckily the website we were using had a like, oh, if you think this is a faulty vote, just delete the double counted votes you think. And then Lemonade was back at number 1.
Okay, so some people noped some great albums, but we noped some votes.
We did nope some votes. We noped the cheating votes, which I think is what we should be doing.
You got to nope the cheating votes, guys.
You got to. And one last thing about voting, just so you know, if you listen to this to this podcast on Spotify, I try to put up polls every single week just about what we talk about. And last week, what did I ask? I asked, when do you think Kelly Clarkson's album is going to be released? Most people said May or June, but we got a lot of votes for July, which really worries me. A week ago, I asked, what do you think of Olivia Rodrigo's album Sour? There were 3 votes for Indisputable Classic, but many more votes for a very good debut album, which I think is right. And then one poll that I put up, I think you'd be interested in the results. Who should have won Best Supporting Actress?
Wow.
There were 9 votes for Jamie Lee Curtis, 6 votes for Stephanie Sue, no votes for Hong Chow, no votes for Carey Condon, and 15 votes for Angela Bassett. So,
okay, well, if Dali De Leon was on there, then, you know.
Things would have been different.
Things would have been different.
So, yes, guys, everyone go to Spotify and listen to the podcast. And if you go there, you'll find a place to, make your voice heard. I just love interacting with the people.
We support voting on 2 Gay Mats.
We love voting here on 2 Gay Mats. And so if you want to throw your hat in the ring, do it on Spotify.
And you know what great things happen when you vote? Lemonade wins something.
Yeah.
Those Grammy voters, not enough of them voted.
It's true.
And we all know what happened with Lemonade because not enough people voted. Not enough of the right people voted.
It's true. And,
I'm glad Lemonade finally won something.
And it deserved. It deserved all the awards, but we'll take this.
One day, the 2 Gay Mats, like voting, whatever, will be like more lauded than the Grammy Awards. I'm sure of this. We got to build the empire.
The Grammys are becoming less and less relevant by the minute.
And we are becoming more.
Hello?
Guys.
It happens. So, speaking of voting and fraud and going to jail. Former President Donald Trump has been indicted by a Manhattan grand jury. It's happening. There was talk, I feel like a week or 2 ago, we were saying this is supposed to happen within the week.
He said it was going to happen.
He said it was going to happen on Truth Social or wherever the fuck he, lives these days. But it's happened. He is the first former president to ever be indicted of a crime. I can't believe Stormy Daniels is the reason that this man will be arrested. It's like, I would love a perp walk. I would love a mugshot. Like, I would love a live stream court case. Like, I want to see this man suffer.
Apparently in New York, there's a law that like court cases can't be live streamed. So we're not going to get that Gwyneth Paltrow show.
I know. It's upsetting. And I mean, I guess it could just be upsetting to look at Donald Trump for that amount of time. But I just love good news. I love hearing that there are consequences for this person's actions. He's done so many things that he should have been indicted for, and
those are still out. Those are still open.
Could still happen.
It could still happen.
It still could happen, but if it's Stormy Daniels that takes him down.
The fact that it's this just makes it all the more embarrassing and ridiculous and just absurd. And it's like, how insane have these last 7 years been? 7 plus, because we're going through the 2015 announcement. So that's like 8, like embarrassing, insane, ridiculous. I cannot wait to never have to say his name ever again.
It's like the last thing we'll say is like, he's behind bars. I can't wait for that. If that were to happen, I'd be thrilled. But yes, you think about it, because I often think about, oh wow, 2020 was such a moment, like the COVID of it all, but it's like the Americans were already within a fucking disease. We were living with a disease in the White House, and the fact that he's finally getting his comeuppance fills me with joy and glee, and like lets me believe in hope again. Lets me think that there's some righteousness in the world. The justice system isn't completely broken, because I lock him up.
Thank you, justice system.
Truly. And it's not every day that I say that.
I mean, hey.
Not every day I say that. But speaking of Gwyneth Paltrow, she has won her ski trial.
Talk about justice being served.
So apparently after 8 days of testimony in Park City, Utah, the Oscar-winning actress and wellness mogul was found not liable in retired optometrist Dr. Terry Sanderson's lawsuit, claiming that she slammed into him at Deer Valley Resort in 2016, so long ago, and caused him ongoing health issues. Paltrow countersued for a symbolic $1. And my favorite thing is definitely as she's leaving that courtroom, leaning over into his ear and saying, "I wish you well."
What an angel.
What an angel.
Wishing him well after he just wasted her goddamn time.
The thing is, wasted her time, and also like not ruined his life, but like, this is all you're going to be remembered for, sir. Like, you are now a meme that's in connection with Gwyneth Paltrow. You were trying to shake this woman down. It didn't happen.
I mean, but some people want that. Some people want the meme-ness of today.
He has come out and said, if I could do it all over again, I would have. This is going to live on the internet forever. So, I mean, but you were the one who tried to scam your way into $300,000. And if you'd like a longer deep dive into the Gwyneth Paltrow trial, our great friend Janie and I recorded a bonus podcast for Patreon that's up now. We deep dive into that trial. We deep dive into Succession, Vanderpump Rules news. It's just fun, and I'm trying to do more Patreon-only content. And that podcast, I'm hoping we put up a lot more of them.
It's just like fun. It's just like, it's just fun to like sit and talk with your friend. And then when people listen, it's like extra fun.
Exactly. Yeah. That's why you got to become a patron.
Like, people got to hear our stupid opinions about things.
Hello. And I felt like it was important to have someone who had such knowledge of Gwyneth Paltrow's trial.
Yes, because baby, I'm not paying attention.
We weren't paying enough attention to really comment.
I was like C- paying attention to that.
And that's because I was too excited about the news that the day after her anniversary, happy anniversary, Mariah Carey, it is announced that headlining LA Pride this year on Friday, it's Megan Thee Stallion, which is like, you better work.
Oh, I know.
Fucking Pride. Like, great, incredible. Like, a woman at the top of her game. Like, what a gigantic artist. I feel like it does not happen every day that a Megan Thee Stallion or someone of her caliber is headlining an LA Pride. But then Saturday is also announced, and Miss Mariah Carey is headlining Pride for LA. And it's like, have I been here a decade? Yes. Have I gone to a Pride before? No. Do I have my ticket? Yes.
Yes.
So I'm all of a sudden very proud to be gay.
Oh, girl, get your Speedo and your nipple tassels ready.
I'm going to look very slutty, and I'm going to be there listening to Mariah perform, hopefully, all the dance remixes of her biggest hits.
You're going to show all of your skin, and guess what? So is Mariah.
As she should.
Yes.
She's looking great. I am so excited. I can't wait to hear what the set list is going to be, or just to experience the set list. And I'm so excited for so many LA friends of mine who've reached out and been like, wow, I can't believe Mariah is performing for $70 and I get to go.
I know. How does amazing. Like a Pride concert work? Like, is it outside? I'm assuming
it is outside. It's at a park.
Okay, it's at a park. Are they going to have lounge chairs for the people to lay on? Because she'll be laying.
She's certainly going to be laying. I feel like she'll be laying down. The general admission, which is the $70 ticket that I received, I think we'll be standing up.
Okay.
I think we'll be in close contact with one another, but I do think there is a VIP section for like $200 or $300 that, will be available. We'll have seats for people. But I will be there, and I can't wait. And the thing is, I've seen Mariah in so many different capacities at this point. I was at the Rainbow Tour, Emancipation of Mimi Tour. I started performing Touch My Body, and I'm that chick in front of Elsie and, whoever from the hills.
And you got to talk to her.
I did.
And you shirked away from a hug.
I did shirk away from a hug. That was embarrassing, but it happened. I've seen her in Vegas for the Butterfly Returns, for Number One to Infinity, and for her Christmas show. And now I'm going to see her at Pride. And I feel like between the Christmas show and all of the number one show, her regular concerts, and the Pride performance, I think it's going to be so different as far as like set list and performance. Like,
she's going to be performing the deep cuts. Baby, Slipping Away is going to be on that set list.
Don't get me that excited. I don't know if Slipping Away will be, but I would love to hear like a fantasy Def Club mix. Like she feels like she knows the gays want to dance.
Yeah.
So she's keeping it up tempo. I think we're going to get some David Morales remixes. She did a lot of resung vocal remix work with him from the 90s and 2000s. I am on the edge of my seat. And the fact that I'm living in a year in which I will be seeing Mariah Carey and Beyonce live.
Ooh.
It's like I've done something right.
God, your 2023 is blowing mine out of the water.
Well, I mean, hey, there's still tickets to Pride if you want to go. Matt Bridges will be there.
I'm not going all that. I'm not going all that, guys. I am tired and I'm probably working. So,
well, speaking of performances from divas, Kelly Clarkson has announced her Vegas residency. She'll be promoting her album Chemistry, which will be coming out soon. And from July 28th through August 19th, she will be in Vegas doing 10 shows exclusively this summer. Obviously, she has a very tight schedule because she hosts a daytime talk show. So I don't know the next time she'll be able to go on like a full-fledged tour, but she gets her summers off and she'll be able to perform for all the people. And I'm excited because I just feel like she's gearing up to perform these new songs. I can't wait to hear them. And I feel like when we said in that video we put out that her new singles were supposedly coming out on April 14th, I didn't know that wasn't news people knew.
I mean, so many like Kelly fans went into our video and were just like, we didn't know she was releasing a new song in April.
And to that I say, you need to be on pop music boards, dolls. I've seen the single cover.
Yeah, where you been, girl?
Yes.
Like, I'm not even on the boards tonight. I mean, I talk to you.
I'm the boards.
I'm on the Discord and everything, and everyone talks about it. But like, it's like, girls, get with it. Like, what are the Clark stands? Is that what they're called?
If they're not, they should be. That's very good.
Clark stands, you need to get it together.
The piece by pieces?
The pieces. They're just called the pieces.
I know. Oh, another follow-up from last week because we talked about Kelly last week. Mm-hmm. I'm going to follow up this week to talk about the fact that Jonathan Majors was charged with multiple counts of assault by the New York District's attorney after arrest. So there was talk last week that by the time we were recording that like maybe the supposed alleged victim had recanted, and whether or not that's true, charges were actually filed.
The lawyer was like, there is proof that I'm going to show you. Then he showed the quote unquote proof.
That is, yes. So
which is the most embarrassing thing.
The fact that Jonathan Majors' lawyer, who supposedly was also Jen Shah's lawyer, which makes me think like, dude, you're going to fucking jail, thought releasing these texts would be helpful for him is beyond me. He says, did you leave the keys? Then goodbye, blank. She says, please let me know you're okay when you get this. And also trigger warning, again, for sexual assault victims.
Well, I'm assuming you said, did you leave the keys before this incident happened?
I don't know that.
Oh, I would think so.
Because I don't know.
Today? Oh, whatever.
I don't know. Again, the text that we're reading, please let me know you're okay when you get this. They assured me you won't be charged. They said they had to arrest you as protocol when they saw the injuries on me and they knew we had a fight. I'm so angry that they did, and I'm sorry you're in this position. We'll make sure nothing happens about this. I told them it was my fault for trying to grab your phone. I only just got out of the hospital. It's just like...
Just the line, I told them it was my fault for trying to grab your phone. That's literally a text message saying... You did this, and then taking the blame for it.
It's just what these text messages were supposed to prove. They most certainly did not. This sounds like a domestic abuse victim, and I just don't understand the thinking behind releasing these text messages because he still had a groundswell of support before these text messages were out. Maybe they were, misinformed people, but it's like, it's better to be misinformed to be informed of this. It's like, oh, well then I can't back you up.
Because it just proves that he did this thing. Like when the lawyer said, oh, there is proof that like he is innocent and that she is recanting and everything. I was just like, you know what? I'm going in with an open mind. Like I'll see what
my mind was pretty.
I'm like, you know what? I'll see what he has to show and everything. I figured it would be something that was at least a little better than that.
It's
like
so
that is just so awful. And just reading that line, I gasped. It was early morning and I gasped in my bed. Like I oh my God, like what is like you're a lawyer. You're a lawyer. You must have some semblance of a brain. I don't get like where is Elle Woods when you need her to be your attorney?
I don't think she'd take this case, babe.
Oh no,
Elle would be on the other side of things.
She would at least be able to provide something that was better than that.
Right.
I don't know.
It's just so disgusting and disappointing. And of course, this is still all alleged. He, will be tried in a court of law. But this text, to me, felt pretty damning. I don't have a lot of doubt in my mind as to what happened and what I think happened. And, we've seen, if this turns out to be true, which, the text point you to, it's like, well, then we've seen the last we're going to see of him, I think, for a while.
Yeah. Well, also because like, even if she, did recant and she doesn't want to press charges or anything,
right,
we still know that it happens now. So like the public opinion knows that this thing happened. So, and as far as Jonathan goes, like whatever help he needs, I hope he gets.
Sure.
But that's it. That was rough reading that.
It was really upsetting stuff. And it's just always disappointing because it's like so rarely that we the public or we the two of us rally behind a man and like want him to do really well and are excited about, because it's like and I was rooting for that guy, and it's just like proof that it's much easier and less trepidatious to stan a woman. Like it's just never like this isn't happening when you stan Mariah Carey. You know what I'm saying?
How is that the quickest fall from grace that we've seen in a famous person? Because he got famous so quickly, and now it's all gone. Like it is in a matter of 2 months.
Yeah, he really fumbled it. It's just sad. The White Lotus season 3 is going to be set in Thailand. I think that's great. And then we knew, I think Mike White had already said that he'd planned to take the show to Asia next and have it be dealing with spirituality and life and death. And I'm excited to see what happens with it. But I just, I think it's good that we have a location confirmed and locked down. I hope that means that we are getting ready to shoot and that we release it sometime soonish.
Okay. Well, the thing is, like, there's a lot of money behind season 3, so I imagine they're able to get stuff done quickly.
Yes.
I think that's a wonderful location. Yeah. Like, Thailand is gorgeous, and just like the aesthetic, just like the outfits, the wardrobe, the decorations of Thailand. It's so opulent and gorgeous. So I think that's perfect for something like White Lotus. I would love some like King and I references thrown in there.
Okay.
Maybe an entire cast rendition of Getting to Know You.
Well. Okay. The Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip this season that's airing right now is in Thailand.
Everyone's going to Thailand.
Thailand's the place to be, I guess.
All right, cool.
So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for the King and I, and I'm excited for Housewives.
You excited for King and I?
Well, I'm not going to see it, but I'm excited for you.
Okay.
Yes. But speaking of theater, apparently Sweeney Todd is great.
Oh.
And Josh Groban and Annalee Ashford are starring, and they're getting great reviews in the... when did it open? March 26th was its opening night. Some criticisms here and there, but apparently they're very good. You've been in Sweeney Todd.
I've been in Sweeney Todd twice.
Were you same character both times?
No, the first time I was in a student production in college, and I was in the ensemble.
Okay.
And the second time I was in a production in North Hollywood, and I was Tobias.
Oh.
And I got a LA Stage Raw nomination for Best Supporting Actor.
Yes, we love that. A nominated actor.
I am a nominated actor. I got some other nomination too. I think a Broadway World nomination or something.
I love that.
Where like people could go online and vote. Like something.
Did you post a lot about it?
I think I did.
All right.
It was like 2016.
Right.
So that was so long ago, guys.
Hey, it's like when I got nominated for that Queerty, but I was up against like Trixie Mattel.
I know.
It's like, guys.
Yeah, and I was up against like people in like shows at like the Geffen and the Amundsen and like tours that came in at the Pantages, and it's like, I'm not beating these people.
Exactly. Like, how is this gonna work?
Yeah.
But apparently also the Parade cast recording, the new Ben Platt recording, is on streaming these days. Have you heard it yet?
I did. I listened to it. It's great. It's Parade. Parade's great. Ben Platt's great. Oh, Michaela Diamond. Excellent.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, maybe I'll need to give it a listen.
I mean, Parade's a classic score.
It has very high highs.
It was the only musical theater album that made it onto the Discord discussion.
That's true.
Of an album that everyone liked, that no one noped.
Yeah.
I wish there were a few more.
I was hoping for Legally Blonde. And I was hoping for Last 5 Years and Next to Normal.
Unfortunately, people noped them.
Did you nope Next to Normal?
Oh, I did. Because like Next to Normal is great, and I love Next to Normal, but I don't think it's the one that should represent the Cathys.
I think it could represent all of us.
I don't think so.
Quentin Tarantino has confirmed that his 10th movie is also going to be his last. He wants to do books, TV series, plays, but on the cinema, I will throw in the towel. How do you feel about that?
Plays, girl. I want to see a Quentin Tarantino musical. That would be batshit crazy.
But like, do you care that he's not going to do any more films after this next one?
I mean, it's kind of sad. You know, I like his movies a lot.
Like no.
But like, you know, if that's what he wants to do, it's fine. As the good thing is he's still like going to be creating stuff. So I'm interested to see what he has to say in different mediums. And I think the concept is interesting. It's called The Film Critic. And it takes place in the 70s, I believe. And people thought it was about this one film critic from the 70s, this one woman critic. I forget her name.
Pauline Kael?
Yes. And but he has confirmed that it's not about her. So I'm curious to see what goes down. I hope it's big and bloody and messy and Quentin Tarantino-y.
Right. And speaking of films, apparently the Dungeons and Dragons movie is A, pretty good, and B, doing great at the box office. Didn't see either of those coming.
Oh, why not?
I don't know. It's just like when I think Dungeons and Dragons movie, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a flop. But hey, they're making Mario, and apparently that's good, and I'm excited to see that.
Is Dungeons and Dragons like a franchised game?
I don't know.
Or is it just kind of like a game in the ether that some people made up and like it's kind of just been passed down from generation to generation or whatever?
They must release different versions of the Dungeon and Dragon like card decks and things. Like it's still currently out there and happening. When I was on that gay kickball team, there was like a part of the team and an offshoot that were like, we do D&D every Sunday. Do you want to come? And I was like, no.
And you love a game.
I love a game, but I don't love a fantasy in general. I'm not like a Game of Thrones or that kind of viewer. And so I think a card game with fantasy elements would be a lot for me.
Is it a card game or is it like different? Like I'm so confused as to how Dungeons and Dragons works because I'm at first like I was explained that it's like a fantasy game that's like interactive.
Yeah.
And I'm imagining there was a game when I was but a mere child called Tales of the Crystals.
Oh.
And it was a game for girls, but also little boys could play as well. And I would make I would have like guy friends come over and I'd be like, boys, we're gonna play Tales from the Crystals, get ready. And like they had fun, and it was basically like you had to decorate your whole house. Like each room was a certain thing, and you would pop in a cassette tape, and it would be like, go to this room and do this challenge, and then come back and do all this. It was like an interactive game, and so I always figured that's what Dungeons and Dragons kind of was.
Right.
But now like seeing like cards, I don't know.
I think there are cards involved. There are D&D sets with a bunch of books, etc. is what I'm seeing in the chat. So we'll look it up. But whatever it is, it's a movie that people seem to like.
Guys, we're not looking at it.
We might. You never know.
You can look it up and tell me about it, and it'll go in one ear, out the other. I hope everyone has fun and stays safe.
I hope everyone has fun and stays safe as well. Taraji P. Henson is joining Abbott Elementary in a major guest star role.
All right.
I'm so excited. I think Taraji's so amazing, and Abbott is obviously lovely, so I can't wait to see them together. Lastly, I just need to talk about, just for a moment, I won't go into detail for too long because Matt still doesn't watch this, and this will be spoiler full. So if you are watching RuPaul's Drag Race and have not caught up, please skip this section. I just need to say out loud that the top 4, and thank goodness it was a top 4 because last week they were down to 4 people and there was talk of maybe getting rid of one of them. But the top 4 queens are Sasha Colby, Anitra, Mistress Isabel Brooks, and Lux Noir London. They are so excellent and all bring something to the table. And I'm so excited for the finale in 2 weeks. It'll be the same day as the Kelly Clarkson singles come out. The Drag Race finale will be airing, and I can't wait to see what happens. I just love them all for different reasons. I feel like it would take a miracle for Sasha Colby to not win. Like, she's the one that walked in being like, very known in the drag world and like had people like in love with her already on the cast. Like they basically were like, oh, this is a Sasha Colby meet and greet season.
Oh, damn.
But she keeps killing it in everything. Like last week they had to do like a Scream-esque like outer space music video, and she looked like Barbarella meets Pamela Anderson. It was just like, fuck, you're good. Like, and she picks up choreography like that. And even my girl Anitra, who I still want to win because I love her, she's not a choreography person, so that it was harder for her. But she's great at like voguing, ad-lib voguing. Like, she's unbelievable. But when she has to learn choreo, I'm like, oh, that's how I would be with choreo. I'm awful.
That's what my dance teachers would say in my what's it called? Like grading. Like we would get like a paragraph about like what we needed to work on everything. They would just be like, your pickup could be better. But once you get it, you are such a performer. But like your pickup could be better. And that is why I don't go on dance auditions, guys.
Both of our pickups could be better.
Something
to work on.
Yeah.
For the rest of the year. Picking up choreo.
Oh God, I haven't danced in forever. Ooh, my feet hurt just thinking about it.
I was going to say, you've had like foot surgery. I feel like this is painful.
Well, you have to go through pain. What do you think dancers do? They're in pain 24/7. Their bodies get crumbled to bits. But they do it because it's what they did for love, baby, as Diana Morales told us.
I mean, I heard a rumor about that.
In a chorus line.
So, yes, I feel like being a dancer is tough. But long story short, the Drag Race top 4 is excellent. I feel like people were talking shit about the season early on, but we really round up with the right contestants at the end.
Wait, so it's like it's coming out the same day as Kelly Clarkson's song in like 2 weeks. So it's gonna be like 2 weeks of no.
Next week is like a reunion ep, I think.
Okay,
so all the
that's
queens
cute.
are gonna come back and talk.
I personally don't know how I feel about there being a top 4. I feel like that's a lot of people to have at the finale. But like I also am not watching the show, so like my heart is not invested in this. But it's like how Survivor, some seasons there's a top 3, and I'm like, no, fuck this. It should be a top 2.
Apparently, in recent seasons of Drag Race, it has been a top 4. I'm sure earlier seasons it was a top 3, but I also love that they kind of do an interesting, like they do all of their finale live in front of an audience, and they film all 4 of the queens winning, and then what airs is how they find out who won.
That's weird.
It's weird, but it's so weird. It's the only way that you're not going to spoil the show.
Sure. Oh, because drag queens talk,
and all that audience would talk too.
Oh, of course. Oh, gays, they blab, guys. They don't ever tell a gay a secret.
No, we'll tell somebody.
He will tell everybody.
Yeah, I've already told all your secrets. Sorry.
But like a top 4, it's like how do you know who comes in 4th or 3rd?
That I wonder about too. And maybe they're all runner-ups. I'm fine with literally all of them being runner-ups until I assume Sasha Colby. But if Anitra were to squeak out or win, I would love that too.
Okay.
All right. Is there any other news for idiots you want to share?
I don't think so, guys.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back with more 2 Gay Mats, the podcast. Oh, not seeing that button as much anymore. Woo, we did it. Matt Palmer be dancing like Mariah Carey. Look, we all learned. She was my idol. And was she the person I should have been learning to dance from? No, but that's how it happened.
Hey, you can bend your knee.
I can bend that knee. Give him a little 1-2 stab.
Give him a little something.
Not everyone thought I was going to be talking about Tom and Ariana. I mean, I could give you guys an update. They filmed the reunion, and Raquel has dropped the restraining order against Sheena. Apparently, the reunion was only 5 hours.
Oh, only 5 hours?
Usually it's days.
Jeez.
Usually it's a long fucking time.
Mads, have you all heard about the Catholic sisters that posted a statement in support of transgender people? The Sisters of Dubuque here in Iowa. Oh, Dubuque, yeah. That founded my university part. Oh, hey, sisters.
That's amazing. We love the sisters.
We love some nuns.
Wait, you guys may actually have fun playing D&D. We're still confused as to what it is. I watched the movie, though, even though I don't know a thing about D&D, and it was pretty good. That's the thing, is I feel like everyone I've heard talk about it has been like, it was better than I expected it to be. And we love that.
It just seems like a lot of work. A lot of work and a lot of bandwidth, and I don't have that.
Well, you mean playing it, or would you see the movie?
Oh, seeing the movie.
Yes.
Oh, and I'm not seeing that movie. I'm sure it's lovely and fun and joyful.
Yeah.
But I'm busy. I'm sorry.
Gabrielle, that TMZ video of Raquel was hilarious. Ugh. She clearly called TMZ on herself. It was annoying. They do a top 4 so they can do a lip sync Lollapalooza. All right. I mean, yeah, I'm excited to see it. I want Countess Vaughn in Abbott Elementary. Ooh, that'd be great. I could see that happening. The D&D movie was fun. I enjoyed it. I did not know anything about it.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure if I go at some point,
yeah,
and like if someone's like, oh, you want to go to this? I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll like hang out with you. I'll say, I'm sure I'll enjoy it.
But you're not going like by yourself.
I'm not going by myself. No.
Oh, Rachel did a sleepover in Ariana's house. That's true. Ariana was out of town, and there were TMZ pictures of Raquel leaving that house where she still shares with Tom after having slept over.
Oh.
Like, go to her fucking apartment. You fucking trash people.
Ugh, that's gross.
Have we listened to Chloe's new music? Yes. There will be some discussion. Blah, blah, blah. What else is going on? Out of all these things this man has done, and yet, you know what? I'll take it.
Whatever.
I will take it. I don't expect him to be jailed, but we'll see. I mean, I would be lovely to hope that. P.S. I love me. I can't tell if you're kidding with this. I'm assuming you're kidding, or you've wandered into the wrong place.
Oh, they're probably not here anymore. they're long gone. They popped in and out.
Jeff says, I'm waiting for the punchline. Same. when I saw Mariah playing Pride, I thought it was an April Fool's joke. Like, what the fuck, Mariah? Really? I mean, if it's good enough for Megan Thee Stallion right now, it's good enough for Mariah Carey. I bet she's getting paid buckets of money. So happy for you, Palmer. I know you're going to love it. I really am. I need Mariah to perform her version of Love Hangover from the Rainbow Tour. I love that Love Hangover Heartbreaker mix. It's so good.
What if she releases new music for Pride?
Stop. I can't. I don't think she will.
Not even a song?
No.
She could release a song.
No, she's not releasing a song for Pride. I would love it, but I can't. You know, my heart breaks
let
easily.
You get excited. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Those text messages gave Stockholm. Sad. Yes, they're just very
Horrible.
sad. Women often try and protect their abusers. Grace is right. Mike White is taking a Survivor experience to this show and going to different locations each season.
That's funny.
Absolutely is. If you love sci-fi, try watching D&D. I don't know if I love sci-fi. Survivor shifts almost completely to 3s soon, tragically.
I hate it. I know I heard that. It's mostly 3s now. And it's just like, ooh.
Do you think it should always be a final 2 just so you can know what order?
I want to know. Yeah. Well, I mean, you get the final votes and you see like, oh, this third person got no votes. So I guess you know who comes in third and everything. But like top 3 it's too many people. It's too many.
We're getting 4. No, we're getting 4.
4 is nuts.
I'm watching you on my TV, Mats, and y'all look good. Figured out how to stream. Oh, thank you so much.
In high definition. Hey.
You know, I won't let you go. The window.
Hey.
Treat Me by Chloe plays in my head nonstop. I keep trying to not talk about Chloe, but I wish she'd put those singles on that album. Treat Me, Have Mercy, and For the Night especially.
For the Night.
For the Night is so fucking good. Her and Lotto, it's just great. And it's like, I get it. Ariana didn't put focus on her album. Like, I get when a single doesn't do what you hope it does, you think, let me just take it off. But
no, keep it on. If it's good, it'll just strengthen the album.
Like, we didn't need, there was that other song she put out before For the Night. That was not good, and we didn't need that. But For the Night is great.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, even if a song doesn't do like as well, what's the point of, but like, it's objectively good.
Right.
Like, what's the point of taking it off the album?
Same as Treat Me, I know.
Like, what's the point? Like, because that'll just like make the album reviews better, which could generate something.
And it also is a nice way to cheat Spotify, because then it's like all those pre-release streams count towards your album streams. Yeah. And it's like, great. We love a cheat.
We love a cheat, guys.
And you could have replaced the fucking Chris Brown feature with one of those earlier songs. Because I skip over. As soon as I hear him on my fucking stereo, I'm like, next. Don't need this. The struggle of watching Taylor's Eras tour live stream and my fave boys here. Oh, wait. I'm glad Taylor and us and we can keep you company at the same time. But I assume you've seen an Eras tour live stream by now. She's done like 5 shows.
Yeah.
This is all new, baby.
Here's 3 hours.
It's so long.
Good for her. Good.
I mean, the fact that she'll be performing longer than we will tonight.
Yeah.
Very impressive. We're not even singing.
I know.
Do we know who the opening is for the Renaissance Ball yet? I don't think we do. I haven't heard. I've blocked that song on Spotify, LMAO. I need to do that. Because it's like, it just interrupts my listening experience. Do you have our email?
Yes, we have 4 email my hearts.
4?
Yeah, we do. We just got one like last minute.
Wow. Do you know what 2 you want to do? Or can we do 3?
We can do 3. One of them is very short.
Okay.
What's the... one is about Drag Race though, but I mean we can do it next week.
Yeah, we can do it.
And we literally just got it like after we started.
Wow. Oh yeah, hon. This is original content I cannot miss. Haha. Sunday Night Ritual. Oh, that's so nice. That's like the ideal, is that people just come and hang out with us on a Sunday night.
I know. It's what we like. It's what we like, guys.
Hey, it's what I like. The fact that thousands of sisters came in support of trans people gives me a bit of hope. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful.
Things always move forward.
Yes.
The earth spins forward.
Yes.
There's just, yeah.
Which is why it's always my question is like, why do some people want to dig their heels in the sand so badly to be like, you're never going to turn back time. It's never going to go back to like your ideal way of being before queer people were allowed to exist or before people of color were allowed to exist. Like, you're not getting that back. So how about like get over it and stop being a racist, a transphobe, and a homophobe? That's an idea.
Get over it.
Get over it. Fucking losers.
Fucking nerds.
You're just fucking nerds. Get over it. I don't know why I'm not in Congress.
It reminds me of Survivor Gabon. This girl Sugar. Every time she didn't like someone and she would vote them out, she would just be like, "You are a loser, alcoholic." And like she would call everyone an alcoholic.
Why alcoholic?
I don't know, but it was great. Oh, what a season, guys. We'll talk about it later.
Okay. The Barbie trailer is supposed to come out this week.
Yeah, I'm excited. Haven't there already been 2? Isn't there
definitely
a second
been
one?
There was a teaser.
There was the teaser. I know that, but like I want to say there was like it was like slightly different, wasn't there? Or am I just like making that up in my brain?
I believe you.
Okay,
let me get code in.
Oh God, let's fix the hair.
Fix the hair. Looks fine to me.
I don't know. Hello.
Hi.
Guys, we're back.
It's true.
And this is Email My Heart. This is the section of the podcast where we answer any questions that you guys might have. You can be a part of Email My Heart if you email us at 2gaymads@gmail.com. 2 is spelled TWO.
It is.
And we got quite a few emails this week. We got one right before we started podcasting. So we'll save that one for later, especially because that's a Drag Race question.
Right.
We already talked about Drag Race.
Did.
We'll talk about that next week.
Yes.
But we got a comment in one of our videos that's meant to be Email My Heart from Ty. Ty says, Matt Steele, you mentioned that you liked Chris from Survivor Vanuatu a few weeks ago. A little tea for you. Did you know that Jeff Probst had a crush on Julie during that season and ended up dating her afterwards? If you watched closely, Jeff was very salty towards Chris for turning against her, and he didn't really hide his feelings. So my question is, are there any reality TV hosts or judges, i.e. Andy Cohen, RuPaul, Julie Chen, Tyra Banks, etc., that you feel interfere too much or display their biases towards certain contestants or cast members? If so, tell us. Thank you very much. I absolutely knew that Jeff dated Julie from that season. I could absolutely tell Jeff
really?
Probst shows his biases way too much on Survivor. And I realize I am only 18 seasons in.
That's a lot of seasons.
But every single reunion, he seems to like have a dig at someone. Like my favorite season that I watched was Gabon, and apparently Jeff Probst hates that season so much, and he almost quit because of it.
Why?
Because he didn't like the gameplay and all that stuff, because it was really messy and the people were really messy. And it was shocker, that's why I loved it. And so there was one character who came in second. Her name was Susie, and Susie was an icon, and her vote in the middle of the season is what shifted the entire game.
Wow.
For like her and the underdogs and everything. Like it was her singular vote that happened in the middle of the season, and she came in second. She got 3 votes to Bob's 4, and Jeff like said to Susie at the reunion, he was just like, yeah, I was honestly shocked that I saw your name so much in terms of getting votes.
My God.
It's like, Jeff, please, like, be happy for the woman.
Right.
She played a great game. She just won $100,000 or whatever for coming in second. Like, and he's apparently very vocal about seasons that he likes and doesn't like. And his taste sometimes is very questionable. I just have to say that.
Yeah, I feel like a job of a host needs to be, I realize you're supposed to be asking the tough questions. So if someone has a bad season, like, of course, ask the follow-up questions. Or like when, Erin leaves the Big Brother house, ask her why she's a racist.
Oh.
Like, I get it. Absolutely, you must do that. But I think Andy Cohen has this problem too. It is so very clear to me when he has housewives on, especially on Watch What Happens Live, like the way he talks to them and the way his body language is. It's like, oh, you hate Robin Dixon. Like he was just like, I mean, you did all this stuff. You backed up Giselle, and then you put all this shit behind the paywall, which, by the way, things I have said and agree with, but like you need to be a little bit more above the fray. And like there are people that push him to scream, or like being like, he just was hosting the Miami reunion, and Larsa Pippen again was being insane and was like, this anesthesiologist, you need to get a real job. Like, that's not even a real job. You just put people to sleep. And what she does, which again, no judgment, we don't judge sex workers, but it's like, you're an OnlyFans foot model. This doctor is as much of a job haver as you are. Like, what's the issue here? But he was just like, what you said was an asshole thing to say. And it's like, Andy, cool your fucking jets. Like, you can't really be screaming at these people, especially because he's their boss. Like, I don't know exactly. I don't think of the contestants on Big Brother and Survivor as working for Jeff or Julie.
Well, Jeff is now like the showrunner and like executive producer of Survivor. I think he disliked Gabon so much, and the only way they could get him to stay was to make him like one of the executive producers. And as time has gone on, he literally like, it is his show. I think that's how it works and everything.
Well, then you gotta be less.
And And you know what? That is why I have to say I will always love Julie Chen, because she is so cold and like it seems like she's so journalistic in her like Big Brother hosting. Yeah, there are some times where, especially recently, where she'll talk about like interesting like personal things like Jesus and stuff like that, where she like throws that in. It's like, Julie, where are we going with this? But it in like the earlier seasons, she was very journalistic about everything, which is why the way she dealt with the Aaron stuff, the racism stuff in Big Brother 15 was so exciting, because like you would think like, oh, Julie's like not gonna delve into it and everything. But she did, and she just said, we have a lot to talk about. Here are the things you said, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. What do you have to say about that? Like she was still, even though it was a very like personal like subject, an emotional subject, she still like had that not cold, but like that journalistic point of view towards it and everything, which works so well for Big Brother.
I think cold was right.
I mean, cold, I don't want to describe her as like cold, but like, and so yeah, but I mean, I feel like the queen of being a host and taking things a step too far is Miss Banks.
Miss Banks? Oh, Tyra.
I mean, just the queen of it. Where it's just
like wild.
Oh, the stuff she would do on America's Next. And the thing is, we would watch it and be like, oh yeah, look at that. This is reality TV. This is the modeling industry, baby.
That show is a show that when you rewatch it, you're like, oh my
God. And that's why it's so rewatchable. You can binge the earliest of seasons and be like, this holds up in the weirdest of ways.
Especially when she like makes them change their look so drastically, like increasing the amount of like space in between their teeth and like shaving off eyebrows and hair. It's like, this has to be an HR violation. You can't be doing this to these girls.
Well, the thing with Top Model is that I will not like give it credit for, but is like, okay, a lot of the stuff that was done on the show was very gross. Like their challenges sometimes were very gross. Like, we're going to paint you different colors and have you look like different ethnicities and everything. And it was like very gross and like doesn't not hold up, obviously. But in a way, she wasn't saying like, creating a show saying like, this is what I want the modeling industry to be. She was saying, this is how fucking disgusting it is. This is the ridiculous shit that these dumbasses who are running it are going to be doing to you. So like, let's see if you can hack it. Like it. So that aspect is kind of like, okay, I guess you are preparing these girls for horrible things that they will experience. But now if the show was produced, it would be like, we want to change the modeling industry. It would be very different. Yeah, I think that's a very fun question.
I love that.
Yeah. So next question comes to us from Braden. Braden says, hey, Queens. I hope all is well, of course. So I got a new job in January. Congratulations. But I was living because we have this app that updates throughout the day and adds up your wage and credit tips. So for that first 2 weeks, I thought I was big balling. Well, I got my check to find my tips not in the check. To get the response, you get paid more than a server, so we keep the tips. Thing is, I am not a server. We don't have any. I also found out that 2 of the 18-year-old salaried managers are living with the owner rent-free. And he also leased them nice-ass cars. I work morning shift, and we are always getting treated like shit. The owner is a gaslighter about the most minuscule things. It takes out my energy every day. Our paychecks are also always late.
No.
And multiple people call a day for money that the owners owe them. We also had the health department at the store, no lie, 15 times since I started because we couldn't pass due to his night shift lover boys not cleaning anything. We will literally leave chicken in the fried basket overnight.
No.
Trash not getting taken out, dishes not done, silverware not done. I'm trying to leave ASAP, but how do I get off food and retail? I dropped out of college and don't know what to do. I don't want to be trapped in food service for the rest of my life. I also want to expose these bitches once I leave. How do I go about that without them pursuing legal action? That includes my novel. And then send a screenshot of like some of the reviews that the restaurant has gotten.
Whoa.
I mean, I know in the state of California, I had to look it up.
Yeah.
Labor Code Section 531 prohibits employers and their agents from sharing in or keeping any portion of the gratuity left for or given to one or more employees by a patron.
Elle Woods.
Hey baby.
Here she is.
I don't know what state you live in, Braden, and so I don't know if it changes by state. So I would definitely check that law out.
Absolutely.
After you leave, which I hope is soon, you you can absolutely turn these people, because if they're doing something illegal,
right,
and they have just how unprofessional, just having like young 18-year-olds who I assume are like good looking and everything, like living with the manager, that is so wildly inappropriate. So yeah, check out that law, see if that law applies to your state as well. I mean, the thing is, Brayden, like, you are obviously a very competent human being and everything. So I trust that you will be able to find a job. And I can understand like wanting to find a new job first before you leave this job.
Absolutely.
But baby, apply and leave that horrible place as soon as you can. You can also, the thing is, like, I don't think you would be receiving legal action against you if you are just saying things that are true. Like if you reach out to, I don't know who you reach out to, the Better Business Bureau, or is that something that's just for customers? I don't know what like an employee would reach out to.
Right.
But something like that has to exist.
We're seeing the labor commissioner in the chat. So I don't know if that's correct, if that's who you should be going to, the labor commissioner.
Labor commissioner.
But that's an idea. I agree with everything Matt Steele says. I think you have to get out as soon as possible. I, of course, would similarly love to have a job lined up before I was leaving a position. Mm-hmm. And as far as getting a job outside of the food service industry, I don't know. I have been in situations where I'm like, oh, I'm, leaving X position and want to find something in a different realm. I was on LinkedIn. I don't know if Craigslist has jobs anymore, but when I was like very young, I would look for jobs there.
I don't think as much anymore.
Yeah, maybe not anymore. But LinkedIn, people are all there.
Oh,
all
Indeed.
The time.
I'm all over Indeed.
And there's always going to be an entry-level position that is looking for a young person who doesn't have an entire family to support and looking to learn a new skill. You know what I mean? Like, it would make sense for you to decide what kind of job you'd want to have in the future, or like what industry you want to work in, and find the entry-level jobs that are available there, or and just apply. And it's going to take a long time. I feel like now is not a good time for people looking for jobs. So just apply. And if you can get interviews in front of the right people, even if that exact thing doesn't turn into a job, it could turn into a networking opportunity. Or when a job opens up, they'll keep you in mind. I think getting on Indeed and LinkedIn is a great place to start.
Well, and the thing is, like, even if if you have a hard time finding like a job that's not in the food service industry, like, I would still apply to other food service industry jobs, like, just for the time being, so you can immediately like go to another restaurant as soon as you possibly can. And I honestly think, like, because I'm sure they'll ask you, why do you want to leave your current position at the place where you're at now? You can tell them these are the things they do, and that will make you, it'll prove that you are knowledgeable about the things that should be done. So if I was an employer anywhere, honestly, but especially at a restaurant type place, I would be very impressed. I'd be like, okay, he pays attention to these details, and he knows, like, you shouldn't do this. You gotta bare minimum take out the trash. you gotta do this. Like this, and this is someone who really is eager to provide the best quality work that they can. So I think just the fact that you are aware of all this is a very big plus for you.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I think you'll be good. You will be good. You know what you need to do.
Yes, and you're going to do it.
Yeah.
We believe in you.
Absolutely.
Do you want to do one more, or do you want to?
The next one is quite short.
All right, let's do it. It's a quickie.
It's from Grace.
Hey, Grace.
All right. Simple question. If you had to go on either Survivor or The Amazing Race, either separately or as a duo, which one would you choose, and how do you think you would do?
I would probably be bad at both. I would never go on Survivor. Yeah. I think we could go on Amazing Race. I think we'd make great television.
Oh, iconic television.
Would we win?
This girl refuses to run in non-workout clothes.
Yeah, so maybe I would just have to wear workout clothes wherever we were, because I just couldn't. If I was wearing like a button down and like khakis, I don't
think they do. You see them in backpacks and like all that stuff.
That's fine. I mean, yes, I don't think I'd be good at The Amazing Race. I think we'd be great TV, and I would maybe do that, and I would truly never, ever, ever, ever do Survivor. But I think we'd be better together on Big Brother than either of these shows.
Oh, sure. Whenever I watch a new season of Survivor, I'm like, I would love to do Survivor and everything, but then I remember that you have to get in natural bodies of water. And I'm just like, I don't know.
Not for you.
I don't know about it. But like, for $1 million and for television, I would do it. Like, I often surprise myself, like the things I do when like my adrenaline is pumping and everything. Like, so I think it'd be fun to like surprise myself with what I can accomplish as far as that goes. And I think I would do better on Survivor just because there's the social aspect of it. And I feel like I'm better at like a social aspect than like a physical aspect, which Amazing Race would very much be. I mean, Amazing Race, there's lots, you have to like solve like puzzles and stuff. It's not just like running around and everything.
Right.
The thing with Survivor though is it's such a slow burn, not as much of a slow burn as Big Brother, but like it's such a slow burn. So I feel like my like mental, I'd be worried about like my mental state. I would go crazy, but that could also make great TV. Whereas Amazing Race, I feel like it's like go. And so you don't have time to like have those long nights where you're sleeping being like, okay, who's trying to plot against me? Who's doing this? I feel like Amazing Race would be better for my mental state. But I think I would maybe do better on Survivor. But I mean, Big Brother's the one for me.
But yeah, I mean, Big Brother, if I had to choose between any of these, or just like a Vanderpump Rules.
But honestly, the Vanderpump Rules, yes, because everyone knows that's a competition.
It is. Stay on the show.
But those Big Brother casting directors do not want my ass.
Rude.
And so maybe I'll just.
They didn't follow up with you a little bit after this last one?
Oh, God, no.
That's so rude.
They do not want me. So maybe I'll just apply for Survivor.
Girl, good luck. Because I could never. I truly could never.
I wouldn't want to apply though until I've finished all of the seasons, until I've finished my Survivor binge.
Matt Steele.
Yes.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
What's been giving you moments, darling?
All right, well, speaking of Survivor.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Y'all know I'm going through all the seasons of Survivor because I want to get through them. I want to see them all. I just finished Tocantins, which is season 18. Okay. And it's a very good season. It's a strong season and everything. And I just want to talk about my favorite player.
Oh my gosh.
On Tocantins, who goes by the name of JT. And he is my future husband. Okay. He is already married. He got married in 2015.
To a woman?
Yeah. But I'm breaking them up. And so literally the second he opened his mouth, I was just like, he is one of the most adorable people I've ever seen. And I am so rootable for. And I am just like, he's going to be my favorite. And all season long, I just like fell in love with him more and more. Like his personality was so charming and endearing and funny. And he was so good at everything. Like he would slip through those mazes like a hot knife through butter. Like he was just he had such physical prowess for such a little man. You know, I love nothing more than a short, confident king.
That is true.
And so just like watching him was just a delight. There was one episode where he was, they had to like catch these balls or whatever in like a lake or muddy something. And he was diving for all the balls and he did something.
What did he do?
That was so hot.
Jeez, I'm nervous.
He jumped, leapt for a ball. I think he caught it. Maybe he caught it. I don't know. And then he got up, spit out a chunk of a tooth and looked at it. And everyone was like, did you just lose your tooth? And he was like, nods his head and then flicked it away into the mud. And I was like, I love you.
You think that's hot?
Oh my God, because I love someone who can take a horrible situation and be like, I'm not fazed. I'm thinking about the future.
Or they don't care about their oral health.
Listen, like, he's doing fine because he won $1 million and played a perfect game. Not a single vote casted against him and got a unanimous vote in the end. So it was a great binge, I have to say.
I'm glad that was exciting for you. I feel like you aren't pitching him to me. Like the tooth issue, I'm like, how bad were his teeth before? Are you allowed to bring toothbrush?
His teeth are lovely.
Are you allowed to bring a toothpaste there?
No.
You can't bring a toothbrush?
I want to say Travis, my roommate, he has watched newer seasons of Survivor, and I think he heard that they do get toothbrushes now and stuff like that.
They didn't have toothbrushes?
No. They smelled so, they probably were so disgusting, and they're whispering in each other's faces, and every time I'm just like, how bad does their breath smell? But the thing is, like, they're so used to each other's stenches now that like they probably don't care. They're so hungry. And so he was just a great watch.
This has also made me want to be on Survivor even less. I mean, even if they get toothbrushes now, like I like mostly everything I could get over, but like toothbrushes.
But it was just so like he's just so charming because he was really like working and he was like from the South and he from a farm and everything, so he was used to the outdoorsiness and everything. But he had such a positive outlook on everything and was so sweet and just like a charming, endearing character. And so the fact that he did so well and just swept the entire season. And normally I'm not a fan when someone sweeps a season because I'm just like, oh, this is boring. It's obvious that he's going to win. It became obvious like he is going to win because his social strategy was amazing too. But I was still just like, no, but he's such a great character that I just have to stand. Well, I just have to stand.
I'm glad you like it. And, as much as other people might not like it with the teeth, I'm glad you do.
He got the chunk of tooth back because Jeff was like, I'll take that tooth and you can bring it home to you. And he's just like, well, I don't need it. And I'm just like, adorable. And there's in the reunion, Jeff gave his tooth to his mom. He was like, I have your son's tooth.
Well, there's a lid for every pot. I don't want someone to be cavalier about losing their teeth. That I don't want any sort of engagement in them romantically. I'd like to talk about something else.
Well, no, but the thing is, he wasn't he didn't beat his chest over it. He was just like, oh, you know what? It's okay. Gotta look forward.
I don't want to hear about this anymore. Chloe's album's not as bad as y'all say it is. Okay. It's not great. I would put her in the Olivia Rodrigo camp of it's more about potential. Olivia Rodrigo's songs, song by song, on her album are better than Chloe's. But I do still stand by Pray It Away being a good song. Literally no one likes it but me. I love a pop R&B song with a gospel twinge to it.
Oh yeah, of course.
And that is Pray It Away to a T, and it makes me very happy. I think Body Do, everyone seems to love, and I like it, but I'm kind of missing why everyone loves it so much. It's so speed song. I miss so much of it, but it's good. I don't mind. Worried, all good, all solid. I think Cheat Back is excellent. Cheat Back is kind of giving me Bust It Down by Ray, where it's this is a song that's just her and an acoustic guitar, but it still is sounding so fun and playful in the lyric. And I mean, it's about cheating, but it's still playful and fun and well sung. And I just believe in my heart of hearts, having heard this album, having heard Treat Me and For the Night and Have Mercy, that Chloe has a great album in her. It's not this. This album is fine and serviceable, but I still believe in her as an artist, and I think there's so much potential there. And I feel bad that people are turning against her at this time. It feels like because of the way the album rolled out, because of people having weird reactions to a sex scene she did in a TV show on Amazon Prime that just came out. I feel like Chloe just gets a lot of shit. People are like, oh, she's too sexy. You look at her covers and she does X, Y, and Z. It's so annoying. And it's
fuck you, she's sexy.
She is sexy. She's a great voice. She's an incredible artist, and an artist that is writing her own songs and producing her own music. There are so few female producers at all, and especially female artist producers. The list is short. So I am rooting for her. I am still rooting for her. I will still keep listening to the albums she puts out. This is a better album than people are giving it credit for, and I'm excited to see what she does next.
Okay.
All right.
So it wasn't the actual album that was giving you moments. It's your belief in her.
And it's my
giving you
belief
moments.
in her and my defense of her. I feel like I just feel like people are just being so hateful. I don't understand it. She seems like a nice girl with a lot of talent, and it makes me. I just want good things for her.
All right. Well, I wish her the best. She is incredibly talented.
She is. Yeah. And she also is half of Chloe and Halle. Ungodly Hour is half her, guys. This is the same person we're dealing with. So let's not write her off because the album was not up to the standard of a Beyonce. She's still, getting there. Beyonce had to make Daddy before she made Daddy Lessons.
Oh, okay. That's beautiful.
It's true.
It's true. It's the truest.
And that song, Daddy Sucks. Daddy Sucks.
And Daddy Lessons is one of the best songs ever.
Period.
So
I would
put that on my tombstone.
I just want us to give Chloe a chance to grow. Even though this album, I agree, is not the best, I just feel like there's growth to be happen. There's growth that's going to happen that we should all stick around for. All right.
I'm sticking around. I have to. It's my job because I host this podcast.
That's true. It's all very true. Matt Steele, is there anything else you want to tell the people before we sign off for today?
I don't think so, guys. You're all beautiful and wonderful.
You really are. And thank you guys so much for listening and watching. We'll be back next week with more 2Gay Mats, the podcast.
Bye.
Bye. Justice for Chloe.
She's doing fine.
People shit on her so much.
Why? Come on, guys.
People are mad that I made Pray It Away isn't horrible. Thank you. I think people are. Pitchfork had the most misogynistic review of the album. It was gross. I didn't see the Pitchfork review. The comparison to Sour, very disrespectful. I admitted Sour is better than this album song for song. Yes. But I think at the end of the day, they're both albums about potential.
About potential.
Ungodly Hour is great. Maybe Halle's the one who's been reeling Chloe in all this time. I don't think she needs to be reeled in. She's an over-the-top girl. I don't know.
I don't understand what's so over the top of. Like, it's like she's an artist who wants to create a splash. What you have to be a little over the top.
Right. I think she's just sexy in a way that people are comfortable with, probably because, you know, she's been Chloe and Halle since they were very young. They've seen them on YouTube but it's like
as like little girls.
That's not their fault. Like, she's an adult now, so she's gonna be doing adult things and singing adult songs.
And it's like, come on, how far is she going? Is she Lady Gaga hiring a vomit artist to throw up on her? No.
No vomit artist in Chloe's team. Right? Of course, Pitchfork is misogynistic. They care about views, not music. The album really isn't that bad. I agree. And Cheat Back is great. I do wish she had made the album she was originally setting out to make. And it seems like she took a turn to make a more like R&B, just like more down the middle album than what we were getting with Have Mercy and Treat Me. And For the Night is also so good.
Have Mercy's great. Like, why isn't it on?
I know.
Treat Me was great.
I know. It's like, you know, if people aren't responding to the first thing, it's like, oh, well, we got to change direction.
But that's so stupid.
I know. The first direction was great. Whether or not people saw it. Oh, Chloe's so talented. She has a fire in her that I love. And yes, and she's a great melodist. Like, she writes a good melody over a great track that she helps produce. Like, I want good things, and good things can still happen for her.
Yeah.
Oh,
Two of Us is my favorite Chloe and Halle album. How many albums do they have?
I think just 2, right? Let me see.
Okay, they didn't have any albums like from when they were little, like younger?
Not that little, no. It took them a while. Well, they have, here we go. 2017, The Two of Us. 2018, The Kids Are All Right. 2020, Godly.
Okay, so 3.
The auto-tune was too much, though. Olivia's song and voice is mediocre at best in comparison to Chloe. Chloe is multi-talented and one of the best vocalists of her generation. I love Chloe. I would say Olivia's songs on her album are better than Chloe's songs on her album. Like, I think Chloe, again, I love Chloe. Love it. But Olivia's album, song for song, was a bit stronger. Olivia's voice is not mediocre. No, I have the beholder. Everyone has different vocals they get attached to.
I mean, I think Olivia has a great voice, but I think her voice works so well for what she writes.
Right, exactly.
Like, she has a very emotive, like indie sound to her voice that I think completely works. Yeah.
OMG, your Survivor Tooth conversation is hilarious. I'm glad you liked it.
Oh, I was screaming at the TV. I was like, I was like, get them.
I just think it's so, like, what things about guys do we both find hot? Because I think we like different types of guys in general.
Yeah.
I like a more talkative and, I feel like there have been pretty boys in my past of which you have no interest.
I'm not interested in a pretty boy. Yeah, no. I don't know. I like guys who, like, you look at them and you're just like, he is a sweetheart. Like, that to me is like the number one anything. And I'm just like, oh, I love you.
But, like, I mean, is hygiene or teeth, are those not important?
His teeth are fine now. Like, he washes and, like, has fine hygiene now. But he was on Survivor. Everyone was gross on Survivor.
Austin said he agrees that he found it hot.
It is so funny, though, when you watch Survivor, especially, like, when you're in seasons that were over 10 years ago, because you see them, like, dirty and gross for so long, and then you see them because they announced the results at a live show, and it's like them 6 months later, they're fully eaten, but not only have they fully eaten, but they've also gotten, like, dolled up, new hairstyles, full faces of makeup and everything, and they're so styled to look like of the time. So sometimes you see them in, like, real life and you're just like, ooh, that haircut. Oh, you looked better when you were starving on the island, like, because you're like, oh, this look is so 2008
of its time.
Yeah, and so you're just like, oh, go back to Fiji or whatever.
Don't you guys have one guy you like in common? That's your main. Oh, the one guy we both dated in common.
Yeah.
All right, well, there we go. That's the overlap.
He's a good-looking guy.
Yeah. They look so different in the finale. It's weird. Steele's type of sweetheart with questionable hygiene.
No, I need him to shower. I need him to shower and brush his teeth.
Yes.
Please.
We love brushing teeth.
Yeah.
And Sugar Symphony at Thunder is an incredible song. What is that? Is that a song I should know?
Please make Palmer's reaction to Steele reading the second email in my heart.
Which one was the second email in my heart?
Into a YouTube short. Oh, like as I was Braden's thing.
Oh. Well, I just think he was being treated so unfairly.
Oh, yeah.
Like, fuck that job.
Fuck that job.
I hate that. I want Brayden to be okay. I want all of us to be okay.
Brayden's going to be great.
I think we all will be all right.
I have faith in all of you. All 74 of you.
Yes. I love when there are people here and it's like, we're not talking about anything of note.
I know.
We're just chatting, but maybe that's the fun. That's the fun. Google Brayden at the...
Brendan at the Tocantins reunion for an example of someone that looks better on the island of... Brendan's hot. Brendan's very hot.
Was he hot at the reunion?
I mean, he looked fine at the reunion. But I will say on the island, Brendan looked good.
Brendan is season 18.
Season 18, yeah. Okay. Yeah. But he has all of his teeth, so I can't stand. I'm so sorry. Also, JT got him out. He outwitted, outlasted, and outplayed.
I feel like I'm getting a million Brendans. Which of these men is right?
That's him. Him? But that's him like before he got on the island, so he's like all cleaned up and everything.
So that's not him?
I don't think that's him. No.
Different person.
That's him. Yeah.
That's him. Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Thoughts on Coach from Tocantins? He was hilarious. I liked Coach. I feel like y'all built him up a lot.
Ooh.
Like he's a good character. He was obviously the biggest character the season had, but I was kind of like expecting more. But I hear he comes back like 3 more times or 2 more times. So I assume his persona just gets bigger and bigger. But no, he's obviously like an A character. But I was expecting like something absolutely insane.
Yeah, but you look better on the island when you're starving and lean and muscly.
Well, the thing is, like, for the first like week or so, like you start to see like their muscles and everything because they're losing so much weight,
right?
And you're just like, oh, you got a body right there, right. And everything. And then like after that, those like first 2 weeks, you're just like, you're like, please
skeletal and
eat
weird?
Something, please.
I had to finish my theology paper on Thursday this week. I still have a lot to finish. Island hot is definitely a thing. I mean, that'd be a plus, I guess, of going on the show. But like, I can, go on a diet here. I don't want to go on a diet on an island and have to eat like bugs or whatever. To
not shave for a month, that would be so.
Why would that be so bad for you?
Oh God, I've never done it.
What is the issue with you? I
hate the feeling of facial hair on my face. I feel gross and oily and disgusting. But like, I guess I would have to do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I bet it would look good. I feel like you've taken a picture or something.
My facial hair is beautiful.
Well, then why not have it?
Because it's annoying. I like guys with facial hair. I like for another guy's facial hair to be on my face, but I don't want my own facial hair to be on my face.
That's a choice.
Yeah. Can't wait to hear about Steele talk about Russell. Oh yeah, I'm excited to hear about Russell because I knew Willie, Russell's brother, had a short stint on Big Brother 14, but then he headbutted what's his name, the chef Joe, and got kicked out of the Big Brother house. Rough. Steele is gonna be a Russell stan, isn't he? Hey, if he gives me good TV, sure.
Do we not like Russell?
Russell's apparently like a huge villain on the show.
It's cute till they're close to the finale and then they start looking like a 100 Feed the Children infomercial. Oh, there should be a drag race season in a remote island. I mean, it's all indoors though. At least all the drag race I'm seeing, I assume, is in like a warehouse somewhere. Heroes versus Villains was such a good season. Is that why my cameras always look like they're far away? They're trying to stay away from the funk. That's funny. Yeah, I feel like Matt Steele, people are gonna love. Once Big Brother comes back, they're gonna want to hear it like on a little patron only podcast thing.
Okay.
You could even talk. You could talk with Arthur about it. He could be your Janie.
Oh, Arthur could be fun.
Exactly.
Yeah. Who's your favorite villain or winner? Winner of Survivor? I mean, JT's fucking phenomenal winner. He played a perfect game. I do love Chris from Vanuatu. I love Tina, Australia Outback. She's a great winner in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know.
Jordan, love this podcast being a Survivor and Big Brother podcast now. It's not. It's not. It won't be. And if it becomes that, please know you're getting a weekly Vanderpump update. Because I feel like the people, we just need to be discussing it.
Heroes versus Villain is peak Survivor. I cannot wait. I mean, JT's back in Heroes versus Villains, so.
And that's your guy.
Can't wait to see him again.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's too late for me to care about Survivor.
I thought it was, but I'm like, look, I had a goal and I'm sticking to it. But next, I'm going to binge Big Brother Canada 6 because I do 2 seasons of Survivor, then 1 season of Big Brother Canada.
Do you watch any current television?
God, no. Well, when Big Brother comes on in July, I'll check that out. I'll be mad that I wasn't cast on it.
I mean, that happens.
What are you going to do?
I'm sorry. I'm late. Sorry, boys. Did Steele get picked to go on Big Brother? Yeah, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
There, I'm still waiting for that call.
Michael Smith, I think I am going to push Chatty Cathy's as the Two Gay Matt spinoff Patreon-only podcast.
Oh, that's really funny.
Because he came with it and it's brilliant, but like, Janie hates Cathy's.
She needs to get over it.
That's what they said in the Discord, and I was trying to be respectful.
The thing is, she's a giant Cathy, so she will be chatting on the podcast, so she will be a chatty
but
Cathy.
she refers to herself as a Cathy.
She's not. She's a Cathy. Sorry.
I think if I do episodes alone, which will be hard, there will be more Vanderpump talk on the Chatty Cathy's weekend podcast. So become a patron and listen to it. But I'll just have to do a solo one, so it's not only me and Janie. Because if it's like me sometimes and other people other times, then she'll have less say over the name. But if it's both of us, it would be hard to get her to identify as the Chatty Cathy.
Yeah. Big Brother Canada is amazing. I recommend season 5. I just finished season 5. It's excellent. Excellent.
Yellow Jackets is so good. I mean, people love Yellow Jackets. I love fun villains like Mistress on this season of Drag Race because it makes great TV. And if the villains are fun, it doesn't feel as stressful. I agree. What even is a Cathy? I mean, I think it's a mix of Matthew and Cat.
Because Janie was like, I love my cat.
Loves cats. And it's like close to Cathy.
And it's like, well, why are we naming ourselves after your cat, Janie?
That's funny.
Cathy was the male version of Cathy. I think we are Cathy, and you are all Cathys.
I don't think I'm a Cathy. I think I'm a Cathy.
Because we're Matthew, but also like a little bit of a Cathy.
I think,
whereas y'all are just full-fledged Cathys.
I think I'm a Cathy.
Survivor Cathys versus Jamies.
The Jamies would kill us.
Oh God! Because the Cathys wouldn't be able to get together.
No,
we would be like all girls alliances on Big Brother US, where it's just like, yeah, we're gonna start this, and then it's just the infighting is just gonna be horrible.
Quickly,
we're gonna be arguing about today was a fairy tale.
Oh, we really will, and then
that'll be the downfall of the alliance.
That'll be during like the physical competitions, and they'll kick us all out.
I know.
It'll be very sad. Cats have nothing to do with your brand. Can I be a Jamie, or is that for straights? It's kind of for straights only. Sorry.
Straights only. Sorry.
Yeah, so you're a Cathy, babe. But yes, I was Sailor D52. I agree. Fun villains like Mistress are the only way to be a villain, in my opinion, especially in these days of reality TV. And I hope Mistress isn't getting like bad blowback from the Drag Race fans, because I feel like they're so intense. But Mistress is necessary for the good of the show. Like, she's so funny. She's cutting. She's a bitch, but she knows she's a bitch. I don't know. I like her.
Yeah.
Love her. And also, like, just like every look she does, she like is so not hemmed in. Like, she's like the plus size girl on the show or whatever. And she's like, I'm going to give you so many fucking looks that are amazing. And like, it will make no difference whether I am a size 2 or not. And she kills it every week. I love her. Today was a fairy tale. It's great. Uh-oh. See, this is when the fight starts.
We're starting to fight,
because it's awful.
Are we the only two of
there
all
have to be other people that agree with us. But I'm fine with it just being us two. Like, it's just us two who hate Golden Hour. And the hate is strong. I think Golden Hour is overrated. No, I think there actually is someone else that agrees that her first two
are better.
We'll all
I want to say it's Chris. Is it Chris?
Might be Chris.
All right. We'll all be belting as high as we can while the Jamies are actually doing stuff. Exactly.
What a great song.
I mean, Mistress looks stunning in that beaded cheetah gown.
Yes. I was thinking, because it was like their last runway this week, and I was like, I know they all had a final runway look, and imagine not using your look when you're like, oh, I'm in the bottom. I need to like switch things around. I don't know. It just is. I was so great to see all their final looks, but I was like, it would be so annoying to not have worn your final look on this show.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because you worked so hard.
And when does it go from being a fun villain to a villain? Because we might laugh and kiki watching Drag Race, but if you're a contestant, you might not feel the same. Oh, Maxwell, it's me. Hi, I also just like Golden Hour in comparison. Welcome. Oh, hey, Jimmy's here.
The thing that makes you like a villain, the thing is, it's hard with like edited reality shows, because they can edit you however they want.
Right.
Like, you could be a complete piece of shit and they will edit you to make you look wonderful. And that is why Big Brother's superior, because you like, if you are paying attention to the feeds that are happening, you can make your own decisions.
Unless you're in Canada, because what feeds?
Ooh. What is happening in Big Brother Canada 11? Because I'm not watching the season because I want to finish, the rest of the seasons I have to go through. But like everyone on Big Brother Twitter is like, one day it's just like, this is the worst season ever. I will no longer be watching. Two, suddenly, like apparently like a bunch of people left like for some drama reasons. And people were like, oh my God, this episode was amazing. Like,
wow.
like what is happening in Big Brother Canada? But also don't spoil it because I haven't gotten to it yet. But
I love that you're asking, but like, don't answer.
But don't answer. Yes, I'm just word vomiting now.
Maxwell is exactly right. I never said I dislike it. I said in comparison to the other two, it's not my favorite.
Yeah.
Speaking our truths, babe. I'm so glad Maxwell's here. Speaking truth to power.
Thank you, Maxwell.
Also bad news because Mistress got lots of crazy Drag Race fans attacking her at the beginning of the season. Lots of Drag Race fandom is just the worst. Mistress was probably my fave this season. Mistress is excellent. And funny. I think the thing that makes you be not a villain and being a fun villain is if you're funny. Like if you're doing it with a funny wink and you're not like upholding misogyny or racism or like, if you're not playing into like the world's ills and you're being funny, great villain. I'm so ready for Palmer to watch All Stars 2 eventually. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I'm also rooting for Hallie and Little Mermaid. Absolutely. Has anyone heard Little Kids Are All Right? Because some of Chloe and Hallie's best songs are on there as well. I need to watch it. Glad you think that's the truth. Palmer, it's your birthday month, so go off. Oh, Jeff, I can't wait for you to be nice to me for the next 30 days and agree with all my great, perfect takes.
Steele, do you remember that reality show Kid Nation? That show was a mess. No, I remember seeing the stuff about it and everything, but I never watched it. I remember seeing like the commercials for it and being like, oh, this is a lot.
Right.
This is aggressive. I remember there was like a competition reality show with teenagers on like Fox Family or something, where it was like they played in pairs and they were all different colors. There was like the white team and the purple team and the green team and everything. And like that was a dramatic show. I remember that was fun.
Yeah.
Fox Family. You remember that?
I do. Whew. That's where there was a like behind the scenes making of Glitter special.
Yeah, they did a lot of like music stuff.
It was great.
Yeah.
Did no one else listen to that Lana album? I didn't. Mistress is only 24. Of course, she's going to be a little messy. It's also a shock that she's 24 because I feel like she's been a drag queen for so long and is so important in her community. I don't know. It's crazy. But I look at some of their ages and I'm like, oh my God, you're children. Can't wait for Steele to watch Big Brother Canada 7. You're either going to love it or hate it.
All right.
One of the two. No in-betweens. That Lana album was good. Great. Tyler liked it. All right. Is it time?
I guess it's time.
Guys, we love you.
Oh, it's the worst time of the night, guys.
Oh, we have to sign off.
We have to sign off and say goodbye.
Yes, but we love you. Thank you so much for joining us again. And I hope we'll see you next week for more chit-chatting.
Yeah, don't forget, rate and
review.
Skillshare, Devos.
Yes, the good parts.
Chemistry.
Hurricane. LOL, y'all. Stop trying to make Lana happen. She's happened. She's a big deal.
Lana's made it happen.
Yeah,
guys.
she's just not. She's not for us.
We just haven't.
She didn't make it happen for us, but she's happened in the world.
Parting is such sweet sorrow.
It's true. It's true. We love y'all.